And, well, in the bottom right spawn location, we do have that very same Mana playing for Mouse Sports, representing Poland. He's a red Protoss player. He needs to win this to keep himself in this winner's match. His opponent, in the top left spawn location, needs only one more win to advance with a 4-0 scoreline in this group. He's going to be our French player playing for Vega Squadron, our Blue Zerg player, Firecake.
Okay, so Firecake, at least today, seems to have a bit of a standard play style. It's not a standard build order, but he has a standard play style, which is a drone heavy until I get 3 hatches up. Then I produce a good chunky unit and just never stop engaging my opponent from that point on. Just that constant aggressive Zerg style. Wear them down slowly while still sneaking out drones. I don't know about you, Penguin, but he just seems to get like up to that 80+ drone mark without anyone even noticing. It's like, where does he squeeze out from? He's still getting these reinforcements through, but somehow he just sneaks that odd wave of drones out. And that's what just makes him such a formidable foe.
Yeah, I mean, he just knows exactly when to make drones and exactly when to just pump out units. And since he knows that, I mean, for instance, that last game at the very beginning, Mana went for a 4-gate push that was poised to be very, very strong. But Firecake identified it was coming, made the Roach War, and he identified he had enough time to get Roaches out, made a couple of spines to help him hold, brought an extra Queen down from the natural, and was just able to do so much, just position himself in such a way that his units were able to trade so efficiently that he held that very, very well. And from there, he was just ahead. And then after identifying that, he was able to realize, okay, I'm ahead, 16 drones, or 13 drones, or however many drones he made. He just made a huge wave of drones. And then after that, units, cancel the third, I'm ahead, 15 more drones. And that's kind of what we see out of Firecake a lot of the time. He'll just, he really embodies that sort of aspect of Zerg where it's just either only drones or only units for whichever phase of the game you're in.
Well, it's going to certainly be quite an interesting second game. Mana needs to switch it up, because currently, tonight, Firecake is 3-0 against Protoss. He is doing very well, and he's gone up against many different strategies as well, and playstyles, and that's the important thing. It's actually his best matchup is ZVP, and he is very strong at it. He's currently got a 56% win rate in the matchup, taking out a lot of very, very good players. And well, what do you do if you are sitting here as Mana to try and mix this up? Well, you can try and block the third, that's for a start, but these Zerglings aren't going to allow that to happen for much longer. And well, he's just trying to delay Firecake from getting to the position that he really wants to be in.
Yeah, he's doing his best to just eke out any possible advantage, but as a result, he let the pylon in the natural finish, which ended up letting him get a little bit complacent as far as economy went and as far as macro went, and he actually got supply blocked for a while. So Mana, despite trying to do every little thing he can do to get himself ahead, he actually ends up getting himself a little bit further behind from where he would otherwise be. He is going Nexus first, though, so he is definitely going to be able to, or not Nexus first, sorry, he's going Nexus down before any sort of wall at the down there and before any actual units. He went the Sentry after the Nexus, so that I don't do words today, Maddles. But
don't do words.
I'm trying to word, but I can't word.
That may be a problem considering you're casting, but don't panic. You take a moment to compose yourself, and let me just explain what's going on here. So, Speed is only just starting. That's quite like Speed, and let's be honest, Firecake, he's not really where he wants to be at this spot. Every other game, he's got his third hatch on the way, and he's going quite happy for it. Meanwhile, Mana, he's actually where he kind of wants to be. He's got his Nexus coming down, his wall-off is nearly done, and of course, everything's just trickling along, quite happy in Protoss world. Firecake, he's got to try and secure up that third relatively quickly, because 2-base all-ins as Zerg players don't usually work out too well.
Now, you're right, he is on 2-base, and I want to point out that's actually kind of interesting for Firecake, because it's the first time we've seen him stay on 2-base for a while. On the other hand, though, he's making additional queens, which makes me think that he wants to be going for potentially something Hydra-based. This is going to help him get out a lot more creep spread as he goes forward, and of course Hydras benefit greatly from creep. He does have a third base queued up to come down now, so it's not super late. It's going to be a little bit later than he might have otherwise wanted it, but not so late that it's like deadly or devastating or anything like that. More drones on the way, Roach Warren. Speed for the Ling's going to be finishing up as well. I'd expect to probably see either an Evo Chamber or a Lair coming up moderately soon, as he does have a bit of gas banked up. Doesn't really have any need for defensive Roaches yet.
That's an annoying supply block there for Firecake after losing that Scouting Overlord. That is actually quite a substantial supply block too, so that's one of those things which, to be honest, you never want to happen. You can see the effect it had is instantly quite a lot of minerals getting banked up there. Drone count a little bit lower than you'd want it to be. Where does... Okay, there's the evolution chamber that you were talking about. It looks like Mana, though, getting ready to take that third, knocking down those rocks, getting prepared to go a little bit further, but these two Zealots patiently waiting.
I think he wanted to warp in 4 there, got a bit supply block there. As a result, though, when these pylons finish up, he can actually go up to 6 if he wants, which will really allow him to do quite a bit of damage here. He's going up to 5 already. Mother's Core coming in to assist, has 2 time warps if it needs, also a time warp and a recall if he needed. There's not really that many units here. There's speed on the Lings, but there's like 4 Lings. A few more Roaches did just pop. 3 Roaches to be exact. 2 Queens coming in. They do have transfuses, but it looks like this hatchery is going to be forced to be cancelled, Mattles.
Yep, cancel goes down, and once again, Firecake is left back on 2 bases. The mass recall, very strong. That was a very efficient trade for Mana.
Yeah.
Getting that down, he's set himself into a good spot. He could actually look at leveling out, taking his third Nexus as a very similar time to the third hatchery now finishing up, especially if he moves down soon, which, with these rocks about to go down, he should get himself into that spot. Getting a cannon at the front, as well as +1 nearly finishing. Firecake not looking anywhere near as comfortable as he has been in the previous 3 games against Protoss tonight.
Not at all. We do have a Twilight Council coming in as well, so +2 should be starting for Mana as well, and I'm very interested to see if he grabs Blink. Something that we've been seeing more and more Protoss is doing off 3 base is going for some sort of 10-gate Blink aggression. This is going to be a double Forge build, though, so second Forge coming on out. So double upgrade's going to be on the cards for our Protoss player. That's definitely going to get him a nice advantage against the Zerg player, who really only has 1 evolution chamber. Doesn't really look like he wants to add a second one. A lot of players, when they go for the Roach play, will only go for single upgrades. They'll go for the attack upgrades rather than the armor upgrades. And that is going to be pretty nice for Firecake as the game, for Mana as the game progresses, because he is going to get further and further ahead in upgrades. And while the Roaches don't benefit quite as much from armor upgrades as some of the other units, the later units, their upgrades will be behind, as Firecake has not been getting the armor upgrades up until now.
So, good scouting coming down here from Firecake. He hasn't yet seen, as far as I'm aware, the fact that the third is down. So, the 4 Spine Crawlers that have been placed are somewhat redundant because there is no chance the Mana is going to be wanting to move out anytime soon. So, then you've got to sit here and say, okay, well, that's 400 minerals that you didn't really need to spend. Mana is getting a great economy. Firecake, bear in mind that this is the 11-minute mark. He's only at 61 drones. If we compare that to previous games, he was up to close to 70-odd, if not 80 by this point.
Do you want to know why, Mattles? I have a feeling we're going to be seeing Swarm Hosts very, very soon. The Infestation Pit's done. There's no immediate Hive coming out. Enduring Locust hasn't started yet, but there's the 3 Swarm Hosts. And these Spines, they're not really serving much of a purpose right now, but what they are is they are a beginning to the inevitable massive wall of static defense. The Great Wall of Spina, if you will, that Firecake will be setting up to keep his Swarm Hosts alive and allow them to trade incredibly efficiently as this game goes on.
Well, Akelon is probably the best map in the map pool ever for Swarm Hosts. The center of the map, you can just send Swarm Hosts either way. You can arch around really nicely, get into a great spot. Interesting, Enduring Locust still hasn't been started, though. But defensively, you don't need that too desperately at this stage. Taking down the rocks to the side is definitely a good move. Mana easing forward slowly, now moving on to Creed. Didn't want to reveal too soon that he's got an army there. The Locust, though, should mean that this army turns back. Zealot's going down. You can't trade without AoE against Swarm Hosts in any kind of cost-effective manner.
Yeah, the problem for Mana now, though, is that Firecake is so good at controlling a Swarm Host-based composition. If he gets up to more and more Swarm Hosts, it's going to be so difficult to break him, even with the AoE. And, oh god, no, the Locust coming in dealing a lot of damage. One of those Stalkers goes down immediately. The rest of the army escapes with their lives or the recall, but Mana, usually this is a position where the Protoss is pretty comfortable. 3 base against 3 base, I have good economy, my units are generally stronger, but against Swarm Hosts, you're not as comfortable because the Zerg can trade so cost efficiently this whole game long. I mean, Firecake could hypothetically just stick on these 4 bases for a hugely long time, because the idea is that the Zerg doesn't want to be losing supply. They don't want to be remaxing. They just the reason they don't want to be remaxing is because they don't want to be losing anything.
That is very true. Now, it's worth noting that the creep spread currently for Firecake is going really good. He's spreading that out really quite solidly. His Hive is also coming down. This is good timing of the Hive for the moment. It's not massively late. Also getting out the Spire too, so just ready to deal with any Colossi that could be coming out there. Upgrade-wise, though, Mana is doing really solid. 3-2 is on its way. Bear in mind that's going up against just the 2-0 currently for Firecake. That gives him a solid upgrade lead.
The thing for Firecake, though, and this actually makes a lot more sense as to why he was not going for any armor upgrades earlier, is that he's going for Swarm Hosts, and you don't want Swarm Hosts to be taking damage. The idea is that the armor upgrade is not so relevant because the Locusts die themselves after a period of time anyway. You just want them to be able to put out as much damage as physically possible while they're still doing damage. And this is not a kind of composition where he needs to transition into Ultralisks or anything that needs the armor upgrades. What he could do is go into Broodlords, but even then the armor upgrades for ground not going to help that much. So there's the Spire nearing completion. Hive is done. I think we'll be seeing a Greater Spire coming out of there. Maybe not immediately. He may go for Corruptors first. But it is definitely possible that we'll see a Greater Spire coming out sooner or later from our Protoss player.
Now, a couple of Vipers being added, and I really like. It's a really nice way to just abduct some units straight in towards all the Locusts. Of course, as you mentioned, with their DPS being so high. And the only thing I must say is this is giving Mana a lot of opportunity to expand everywhere. It's a very different playstyle coming out from Firecake. Firecake, up until this point tonight, has been all about the darting, the multi-prong attacks, the constant aggression. Now he's actually playing the sit back and turtle Zerg style. But unfortunately, his economy wasn't set up early enough to really make that super viable. Mana's expanding everywhere currently, and while Firecake does now have 83 drones and those 4 hatches, Mana should be able to contain him on those 4 bases for a while.
Oh god, no. The Templar just moved really far forward. All 4 died. There's no more storms in this army.
But there is a massive Zealot push coming in towards the 3rd, though.
That's true. The Roaches aren't going to be able to ward this off. It also means that the Roaches are not going to be in position to deal with this army that's moving towards the 4th. The 4th, now under siege, should actually go down. This is a very nice move here from Mana. Even if he's not trading technically cost efficiently, if he recalls out without losing any more of the really expensive units, he should be okay, and he does barely get out with all the Colossi intact.
Could I point out the money move that Firecake tried to make? He tried to abduct the Mothership Core.
Yeah, that would have cancelled the recall, I think.
He just got it off as the recall went down. It was literally, if it was half a second sooner, it wouldn't have happened.
I don't play this kind of style, so unfortunately my knowledge isn't as good as it would be for other Zerg styles, but I'm pretty sure it cancels the recall, or at least recalls just over different units since it's further away. But basically, Mana's doing his best to be as aggressive as possible here. He gets another reasonable trade there. Zealots trading with Roaches. Actually killing some of them. But the Greater Spire is done. There's Broodlords on the way, 5 of them. And Mana, the problem now is that this kind of a composition is very, very difficult to deal with. It's not so much that... I mean, we had a sort of phase in Wings of Liberty where everyone was complaining that Protoss is about the Death Ball, you couldn't kill the Death Ball. This is kind of the Zerg equivalent. It's not really a ball, but you can't really kill this unless...
It's more like an oak stick. There's just waves and waves and waves that never end.
Yeah, kind of. That's actually a really good analogy, actually. So... a couple of Zealots trying to do as much as they can. They will pick up a Queen, a couple more Roaches going down. And you know, with these Zealot Warpins, the upgrades are actually being very, very helpful for Mana. The Roaches are not trading well against these Zealots at all. And, well, this hatchery at the 5th may go down. The 4th is trying to be reestablished right now. Firecake, though, is nearly max. He has 14 Swarm Hosts and 5 Broodlords, 2 more about to finish. I would be so scared if I was Mana right now. I mean, he's definitely got a lead in the upgrades. He's got a lead in the economy right now as well, as long as that 4th base for Firecake is not yet re-droned up. But how do you break this army? I mean, he doesn't have as much static defense as he could have had. As you said, his economy hasn't been as good as he would have liked. He would have liked to have a lot more static defense, but I mean, this is still really tough to break. There's 2 Stargates out, Fleet Beacon coming out. Will Mana go for Tempests? I'm thinking Tempests are probably the most likely option. Some people have been going for the addition of Carriers, though, lately, so...
Well, carriers, of course, are the audience favorite. If you get some carriers out, if you lose the game, you will go down in history as a hero. But
you won the hearts of millions.
Exactly. Or at least, like, 15,000 odd.
Yeah.
But, well, the big thing is, though, the Tempest, the bonus damage against the Broodlords. If you get rid of the Broodlords, it means that with some good storms and a solid, decisive move forward, you have the potential to take out the Swarm Host. And once this army's dead, this is the important thing. If Mana can kill this army that is currently on the field for Firecake, it takes an age and a half to get it back up.
Yeah. It's kind of like a mech Terran army in that respect. You sort of sit back, you chill, And if your army dies, it becomes very difficult to win. If enough of your opponent's army is left alive, they just push forward and win and kill you. And that's what Mana's going to try for. He gets a 1 queen for free, but another wave of Locusts has just spawned. We'll be able to zone some of these units out for free. The Broodlord's coming on forward. There's nothing to deal with the Broodlord's, Mattles. He has to retreat. Will he recall? He does, but he misses some of the Stalkers. They will be able to escape by the looks of it with their blink. One of them dies. But, I mean, I think that was the first time he actually saw the Broodlords, and as a result, he is going to be going for Tempests. He'll be able to focus down the Broodlords pretty quickly. Tempests do a ton of damage against Broodlords. 85 against Massive.
Some Roaches are going on the suicide run, attempting to do a little bit of damage, freeing up more supply, which is a good move at this stage. You don't really want any Roaches in your composition as a Zerg player at this kind of mark. Just free up as much as possible to get more Vipers out. I think getting more Vipers is actually the smart play here. The Abducts are going to be critical. Especially abducting bite-sized chunks of Void Race and also those Colossi through, going to be very important. The
Tempest as well, because of the Broodlords.
Yeah, but getting the Abducts on the Tempest can be quite challenging.
Yeah, it's very, very tough, that's true.
You've got to get out the Void Race first, because otherwise the Corruptors, otherwise the Vipers that move forward, they'll just get taken out. So getting some Abducts on the Void Race just to allow the Corruptors to snipe them off will be strong. Firecake, the important thing for him at this point, though, is he just has to play this slow and steady. This really is kind of the tortoise rather than the hare approach to StarCraft 2. He's just got to take his time, slowly edge forward, somewhat leapfrog his way forward as well. But Mana is actually doing the right approach to this, which is that, okay, my opponent is turtling up. I just expand to all the places.
Yeah. Now, Mana's doing a very good job dealing with this, but we saw Daisy against Firecake do the same thing Mana's doing and still not be able to break it, and that's because Firecake is so good at this kind of play. We have Roaches pushing at the sort of 2 o'clock base here, doing a bit of damage. Shouldn't be able to get the Nexus. Got a few probe kills and will do some damage on that Nexus, but overall, as you said, these Roaches are just freeing up supplies. He's trying to trade them as efficiently as possible. He doesn't want them anymore, though. They're just not really wanted. And now we have that massive sort of set of static defense coming on in. We're up to 20 spines, 7 more in production, 8 spores. And, God, this army looks so scary. He's got 5 Vipers, a whole bunch of Corruptors, 15, I believe. Yeah, 15 Corruptors, 7 Broodlords, and 14 Swarm Hosts. That's so many free units.
It is a lot of free units. Just need some Infested Terrans in there.
Yeah.
And as I say that...
As I say that. Yes.
Star
Sense as well. He's like, wow, I mean, free units are kind of good. I'm getting pretty good trades so far this game. Okay, speaking of trades, how do you tell if somebody is winning in this game? This kind of a game comes down to the most important tab in this game is the units lost, the resources lost. So far, it's actually looking okay for Mana. Mana's lost about 3,000 resources more, but that's not so bad against this. The Zerg pretty much wants to kill so many more resources than he's losing that no matter how many bases the Protoss gets up, he's just throwing away so many minerals that he just, so many minerals and more importantly gas that he just won't have any left eventually. Because you see, this big engagement that we just saw between the Locusts, the units lost, the resources lost for Firecake didn't move because they're free, which kind of sucks for the Protoss. Mana's going to try to push into the 30, but there's a lot of spines. I don't know if he can actually move into this. And here comes another wave of Locusts here from the side. On that Colossus, and yeah.
This is exactly what Firecake needs. Is every time, even though he just got 1 Colossus there and a handful of units of Gary units against the Locust, that was an amazing trade for Firecake. He lost nothing.
Yeah,
even if Mana repeated that 100 times over and every time just lost, say, 1 Colossus and one Void Ray or something, that's always going to work out well for Firecake. Mana, yes, he's expanding all over the place, and yes, he's building up a big bank, but Firecake can just hold this position pretty much indefinitely.
I feel like Mana's doing, his thought process is sound. His thought process is very good. He's got all the right ideas. But Firecake is just kind of everywhere where Mana is. He knows exactly where Mana's going to hit and when. We actually have 1 Stalker down on the 4th base of Firecake. Mana doing a lot of damage there. That Stalker's still not really noticed. Meanwhile, trying to deny the 5th moving forward. There's a lot of spines there, but the army's not really in position. Good Bungles going down, though. Voiders are charged, but they can't close the distance with those Broodlords because of the Bungles, and wow, that's a really, really nice trade there for Firecake. The Bungles not allowing anyone to escape. Even that last Colossus will it go down? Oh god, the Abduct's going down as well. The Tempests trying to trade as well as possible, but there's just so many corruptors here. Mana losing so much.
This is not good for Mana. Yes, he's got a big bank, but look at the supplies, and there are just so many free units still available, and the abducts were fantastic. Did you note the most important abduct that went down there was the Mothership Core?
Yep.
That just meant that there was no option for a mass recall, which is why all of these units are getting taken out.
On the other hand, we have Joe the Hero Stalker up to 17 kills at the 4th.
No, it's Steve the Hero Stalker. You have to alliterate their names.
Steve the Stalker. Okay, the alliteration has to go down. Steve the Stalker. 1 health. 18 kills. 18 kills on Steve the Stalker. Not bad.
Vikings are the worst. Because I had a brain freeze. I think it was
Veronica the Viking.
Yeah, I couldn't think of a name. All I could think of was Vladimir.
Victor the Viking.
Victor the Viking. I had Vladimir
the Viking. There's so many V names, Battles.
But I just couldn't think of them. It was such a problem. Anyway, so Mana, he is going to be able to remax. He's got all of the money, unless he, of course, just wanders Voidways to their death. That's yeah, we'll forget about that. But yeah, upgrades are currently looking amazing for Firecake. I don't know if we've taken a look at the upgrade tab recently, but they have literally upgraded all the things.
Yeah, but more importantly, last time we looked at the resources lost tab, I pointed out that Mana had only lost 3,000 more. It's now up to 10,000 more medals.
Yeah, that's big, but it's still not crazy. Do you remember when, this is nostalgia time, back in Heart of the Swarm beta, when Swarm Host first came in?
Oh no.
I watched a ZVP there, where I'm not even kidding. The Zerg player lost 4,000 resources. The Protoss player had lost 47,000.
It's like someone doesn't really know how to deal with Swarm Hosts. Nah. Well, you know, Mana, speaking of dealing with Swarm Hosts, he's playing the right way. He's getting a lot of base. He's getting a big bank. But the problem now is that minerals don't really matter that much to the Protoss. He's got so many minerals. But you know, Zealots just aren't good against this composition. They die very fast to Locusts. They obviously can't hit Broodlords or Corruptors. And it just...
The Queen is actually trying to kill a Nexus. Sorry to interrupt you there.
I would have loved to see that actually happen.
I was hoping...
Now try to think of a hero name for the Queen.
I know, I was struggling with that.
Well,
I can't cheat with, like, Queenie the Queen. That would be cheating.
Well, we do have Mana once again pushing out, but he gets an abduct on the Archon, can't quite kill it, does manage to regroup with his friends. And, well, Mana's posturing aggressively, but Firecake this map is so easy to just reposition the Swarm Hosts on, and just, the Corruptors are fairly mobile, and they just have a bunch of Vipers. How many Vipers do we have on the field? That's a ton. 8 Vipers. That is a lot of Vipers.
Abducts are very good in this composition.
They pretty much are, yeah.
Abducts make this composition work. If you take out the Vipers, then Mana can just literally use the Tempest to slowly work down everything. But once you get the Abducts in there, anytime he moves forward, yeah, just Abduct, units go dying, and it's not good times. But they are both maxed out. Notice how much more cautious Mana's being now. I think he realizes that previous engagement, things could have gone disastrously wrong for him very quickly. It did go quite badly, so he doesn't want that to happen again. He's got to take the right opportunity.
Yeah, we have him once again. Mana's trying to push in towards this 4th base, and you know, I think this is probably the most vulnerable area. I like how there's just a second spawning pool there. That's actually a very nice decision, because if there was a mass Zealot Warp in the main, the spawning pool is a very important tech structure, and if it gets picked off, he already has an auxiliary one. Meanwhile, we have these Locusts picking off another High Templar, and one more getting very, very low. But the thing is, this is just so frustrating to watch from Mana's perspective, because what's he meant to do here? There's only 50 workers on the map for Firecake, and honestly, Firecake could probably make some more of those into static defense and not really need anything, because he's got 6k gas! He's losing so little that his bank is just getting unbelievably out of hand.
He does actually need to lose some of those drones, I agree with you. Like, he should just get a lot more spines and spores. He could quite happily go down to, like, 30 drones at this point, and the extra 20 supply into army would make a huge difference. It would just... That's a good chunk of, well, more Broodlords, more Swarm Hosts, and more Corruptors, so... I think he would be wise to do that. He's not getting much of a benefit just mining out faster.
I want to point out that there's Graviton Catapult on the way. What does that mean? There's no carriers on the map. but it means that next time Mana goes for a Remax, he's going to be going for carriers. And the reason I like this so much, and the reason I wish more Protosses would do this against his composition, is that he has so many minerals. You know what uses minerals pretty well? Carriers. They need to rebuild the interceptors. Every interceptor that dies costs them an additional 25 minerals. And we actually have a pretty decent engagement going down here. Good Storm taking out a lot of health on those Corruptors. They do clump quite a bit. And there's actually a very nice revelation there. He'll be able to know where those guys are now as well.
The only problem is, did lose the Mothership Core in the process.
He did, but again, like, he can rebuild it. It'll be lower on energy, which hurts, and it means I think he'll probably not want to push onto creep for quite a while, because you really want to have a recall available when you push onto creep. But I want to see these carriers come into play, because carriers are, I think, pretty good. They do a lot of damage. They do a ton of damage. Upgrades affect them so much because of the way they do damage. They have 8 attacks, because there's 8 interceptors that each does their own attack. And when the interceptors die, you replace them with minerals. Whereas if you see players not go carriers, you see these awkward positions in the super late game against this composition where they just kind of flounder. They're floundering and just warping in a ton of zealots that just never will do anything, because zealots are just awful against this composition.
The Void Rays are slowly trying to make their way through.
Oh, the Templar. One more goes down.
That's frustrating. You can't afford to be losing those. You need the Storms against this. You so do.
You kind of need it's. Oh,
you need everything.
Yeah, you need the everything. We have another Oracle coming out to replace the one that died, and this is really nice. I like the constant Oracle production so that he can always use Revelation on this army, just so he knows what the air army is.
It's very frustrating, if nothing else. It's one of those games for Mana where he has to get the best engagement imaginable. And the longer this game goes on, the harder it'll be for him. I do still think, though, that Firecake should start losing some more drones. I mean, he's got 12,000 minutes.
He's making 7 spines at the moment, and that's where he needs to lose the drones. He needs to make more static defense as time goes on. He doesn't necessarily need them right now, but as we're seeing, his bank is now up to 12k, 8k. He's going to be able to replenish everything so fast. Abduct on that DT. He's slowly abducting it, one abduct at a time, towards the swarm hosts. That was the most energy expensive abduct on a DT ever. 3 abducts to kill that DT, but hey, he has so many Vipers, it doesn't even matter.
It was fun to watch. That should be on like a Starcraft 2 highlights moment. How to kill a Dark Templar in the most annoying way possible. Okay, anyway, we do still have Swarm Hosts trying to take out that base of the 1 o'clock position here for Mana. They're slowly working out. Broodlords are taking a perilous journey. They just want to kill some stuff. Who can blame them? Stuff is happening still. I saw a quick comment in the chat, by the way, and I've got to point this out. For names for the queens, you guys did some amazing suggestions there. I should have thought of Elizabeth, as in Queen Elizabeth of...
Oh, yeah, that would have been good.
Yeah.
Alright. 8 more spores, 7 more spines. We're getting our wish. 33 drones are left. Not very many drones.
Oh, good abducts.
Here come the abducts. Oh my god, that Colossus evaporated, Maddles. We have the army trying to push through, but there's just... man, like... more abducts coming down, this time on those Archons. Not really getting all that much done, but, you know, that one Archon's like, I got away, guys! It's just like, no. No. I think you're a veteran of war, but no. Never gonna escape. Structures tab. Maddles, you're not allowed to look at the Structures tab. How many spines and how many spores do you think are on the map right now?
I am going to guess that there is 32 spine callers and 20 spores.
Close on the spores. 18 spores. 42 spines, however.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm expecting we'll probably see him add on more, because why not? We have that 4th base now mined out. The 5th base has been secured for quite a while now for Firecake. He's going to be able to saturate that on up. That is so many spines at that 5th. He knows its importance. It's the only mining base at the moment. And, well, the Archons and those High Templar are trying to get good storms and good splash damage on those big...
Bye, Mothership Core.
Yeah, that Mothership Core didn't last long. How many Mothership Cores do you think have been killed this game?
I reckon 6.
Yeah, that's probably right.
It's probably between 5 and 7. I would estimate. So, Penguin. Hearthstone.
Nah, let's talk about the game. This is such an entertaining game. People didn't enjoy it last time we talked about Hearthstone. It was sad.
I don't know why. They probably don't have keys.
Yeah, well, to be fair, I didn't have a key till yesterday, and I just like really was annoyed every time people talked about Hearthstone. Anyway, we have 2 more Oracles coming in. There's 1 DT shredding away at a couple of these workers because they're long distance mining, because why not, even though that 5th base isn't actually fully saturated. Um, 29 drones are left. 44 probes are left. I like that there's not many workers at this point in time because they already have the mining. They've already mined a lot of stuff. Mana hasn't quite gone into carrier production at the moment. I think at this point he was just like, oh, look, this graviton catapult thing is an upgrade that I haven't yet gotten, and I have about...
Is there anything they haven't upgraded?
Let me actually check. All right. There's no level 3 armor for air.
Slacking.
Phoenix range has been upgraded despite not seeing a single Phoenix this game. I actually like that in case there's a weird muta switch that comes. Shields are now fully upgraded. I'm not too surprised by that.
Nope, makes sense.
Where's the Robo Bay? We don't have warp prism speed. Observer speed, however, is upgraded. Other than that, I think that actually rounds it up. So he's missing +3 air shield, +3 air armor, and warp prism speed. The Zerg, on the other hand, is missing drops,
No drop check, that is correct.
neural parasite, and adrenal glands. And probably chitinous plating because he doesn't have an ultimate scatter.
Yep, kindness, but yeah, I'd agree. Those are all definitely missing. So, this is the sort of game where if there was a turn, we'd even see Neo steel frame.
Yeah, we'd be like, oh yeah, 6 people in bunkers? Yeah.
Wouldn't help against Swarm Host either, though.
No. It would help the Marines' morale. They'd just feel a little safer.
At least they could talk about their impending death. Like, it's the best size of a group, isn't it? 6. Like, anything over 6, you end up with splinter groups.
Yeah,
6 is like the optimal amount.
Alright, we have a bit of action coming in. Another little push. Good revelation going down, and then here we go. I mean, once again, Mana's warded off, does no damage. Oh, okay. That was actually okay, because he killed a Viper at the cost of 2 Void Rays. So, cost efficiently, still slightly in Firecake's favor, but not as bad as it should have been.
Well, to be fair, it's only saying resources lost, 26,000 resources lost for Mana compared to 10,000 lost for Firecake. So Firecake is still doing pretty good in terms of his efficiency of trades. Both players do have astounding banks. Between the two of them, they could single-handedly solve the world economical crisis of 2008.
They could.
They could.
Alright, we actually have... I'm going to interrupt you a little bit because we have another wave of the Swarm Host Locust coming on in. Another Abduct on the Mothership Core. And an Oracle. Good revelation. Gets that off before it dies. Loses 1 Archon on Mothership Core and an Oracle. And that's all... They're not very many units, but they're expensive. Now, every time we've looked at the resources lost tab, it's been further and further in Firecake's favor, and I'm kind of scared to press the L button right now. But it's 11.4 thousand to 27,000 in resources lost. Firecake now 16,000 ahead.
That was actually an equal trade, though, by the way.
Did he kill something?
He must have done, because it was like 10,000, and now it's 11,000.
Okay.
And it's 26. Okay. It's 26 to 10, and it's now 11 to 27. So it's an equal trade. That's actually good for Mana.
As long as those were fines, in which...
Penguin, there is a mothership coming out. There is genuinely a mothership.
And +3 air armor, so he's getting rid of some... He now needs only warp prism speed, and he has every upgrade. And even if he loses this game, he will have won my heart.
I don't remember the last time I saw a mothership. I don't think I've seen the ship in Heart of the Swarm.
The only times I've ever seen a mothership in Heart of the Swarm is against mass swarm hosts, and I like it, because honestly... let's just take a look at the units. Yeah, Firecake's too good at this style. He has 9 Overseers. He's not going to lose his Overseers. But it is possible to close the distance a little easier because your opponent doesn't have vision of you. The Swarm Hosts won't have vision. The Locusts won't have vision of you until they actually have the Overseers in range. God, that is such a clump ball. I'm kind of like, if those are that clumped and a couple storms went down, things would maybe turn around, but Firecake is just...
I'm just imagining your fungal growth on that Protoss army.
Yeah, that will... I mean, there's a lot of infestors out. There's 9 infestors, and that's kind of what Firecake wants to do, but that'll be off. That would be really, really horrible for Mana, of course. It makes it very tough to actually close the distance to the Swarm Hosts. And, well, not really much going... Neural Parasite! Okay, Firecake also slowly but surely getting rid of the upgrades, and this is actually... I really want to see him Neural Parasite the Mothership. It's not likely to happen because there's Tempests, but it would still be cool.
We can live in hope, definitely. So, still, the mothership has yet to be revealed. It's slowly making its way over. It's hidden, it's unbeknown. I can't wait for Firecake to realize this is here. This is genuinely probably uncharted territory. I doubt he's had to deal with the mothership core since Broodlord Infestor days.
I don't actually know, though, because, you know, some players have been using mothership against this. And it's not that common, but Firecake loves this on this map so much, I'm sure he's gone up against it at least once. The big question is going to be, Can this mothership help him close the distance? And I mean, I'm really racking.
Well, there are
my brain.
9 overseers. To be fair,
That's the problem. Like, I'm racking my brain trying to think of a way that Mana can break this, and I'm sure there is a way. Like, there must be a way. Otherwise, he wouldn't still be in this game. But I don't know what it is. So I'm looking to learn from Mana and see what he can actually get done here. We have Probes cleaning up creep as well. He wants to get rid of some of that worker supply and put it into more army supply. More static defense coming down. Okay, Mana has 20... He actually has a bigger mineral bank than his opponent at 21,000. I kind of want to see him put down just like 100 gateways. He like loses his entire army, just doesn't care. Just 100 zealots, instant remax.
Wouldn't be too bad. I'm kind of hoping that a probe gets neuroparasited, and then Firecake makes a Protoss army of his own.
Just like mass carrier swarm host, please, or mass tempest swarm host.
That would be incredibly OP.
That would be
Thinking
so
about
scary.
that would be unbeatable. By the way, we also big shout out to Grubby being in the chat, trying to theory craft a way to win this game as Protoss.
And probably entertaining the viewers as well. Thank you, Grubby, because it's hard for us with this game to keep it going.
Especially, the only time I've had a harder time casting was it was at an offline event, and it was a PvP game where, I kid you not, for 23 minutes, everything happened identically. Like, the same units lost, the same buildings, at the same time, the same probe count.
But see, that actually sounds really cool because it's just so weird. Whereas, like, I think it was Season 2, there was a game between Goody and I can't remember who it was, but there was, like, it was literally that, I think Nate and I were casting, and it was like an hour and 40 minutes of just swarm hosts pushing into tanks and the tanks just killing all the locusts. And there was a tank, I think, that got up to like 347 kills or something. Needless to say, that was on Reddit, but okay, let's just check everything again. Resources lost almost the same. Mana's lost a couple thousand more in attempted zealot run bys. It really doesn't make that much of a difference because he has so much money as far as actual bank for minerals. This mothership is just kind of posturing, and I mean, I think Mana's just trying to figure out what his best option is, and that's kind of one of the benefits of this kind of game. You actually have a little bit more breathing room to just sit back.
You could make a pros and cons chart of this game.
Yeah, like
you could literally sit there. Should I push? Pros. And then just sit there and start checking. You could mind map it. You could make flow charts. Seriously, you could write a dissertation on the bloody thing. But yeah, let's go with some useless stats now. Theoretically, if at the start of this game Mana was predicted to win the series, after Firecake winning game 1, he had a 70% chance to win. There's also about a 70% chance that one of the players will just, die of old age. But some locust died.
Actually, you actually bring up a very good point there, and I think Mana, his best hope here is he's just really, really hoping that he's managed, like, because the Zerg style here, the Zerg tactic is to try to starve out the Protoss, and Mana's idea is to just try to starve out the player. He's just trying to make Firecake die of hunger, while he probably just has cookies or something keeping himself alive, and then as Firecake would die of hunger, he would automatically forfeit his spot in Challenger League.
See, I know the bad thing, right, though, is I've actually run out of tea. And being British, this is like the worst British problem you could ever have. I don't really know what to do. What does the rest of the world do without tea?
I have no idea. I like tea a lot. Tea's pretty good. I also like coffee, though. I think right now I'm more of a coffee person.
I've never been a coffee person. Tea's where it's at.
Nah.
It's because there's so many different ways you can have tea. There's lots of different varieties of tea. You got the decision about the milk and the sugar coffee.
What happened to Starcraft casting?
There's only so many adjectives to describe.
I know.
He's getting killed by lasers.
Okay. I have officially reached the highest number of banked minerals I've ever seen in StarCraft. 25,000 has been reached by Mana.
That's pretty good. I love the mothership core, like as a unit, like graphic. I think the animations of it are just so intricate. It's kind of like looking at a very well designed watch or something like that. The way they will move, the intricacies of it.
We saw some. The mothership it gave us some really awesome moments in Wings with its vortexiness. Remember Squirtle versus MVP Game 5?
My brain doesn't have the ability to think.
Oh my god, dude, the battle cruisers. GSL finals. Like, he like vortex like.
Oh yes,
battles.
yes.
How do you not remember that?
That was
Okay. We have a probe attack moving towards the 4th base of Firecake.
Probe.
Will these probes with +3 armor and +3 shields be able to take out some of the tech in the main? Because it looks like that's where they're going. Oh
Can't
no,
they
they're
steal
going
the
to-
Greater Spire?
There is no defense here. He could get the Greater Spire.
Unfortunately, he's not attacking anything. Attack! Kill the
Yes,
Greater
he's
Spire.
going for the Greater
Okay.
Spire. Mana going for. Oh my God, this is actually really funny. He doesn't even care about. I think the idea behind this is actually to try to get him to re-rally some of the swarm hosts, but all Firecake's doing is just like relocating some of the spines. Or no, he's sending 3 broodlords over. It's like the probes are attacking. Send the capital ships.
A Broodlord responds to a probe rush. Things you never thought you'd say when you started casting Starcraft.
Oh, he got more than half of the health off the Greater Spire, or almost half the health. So he may have to actually bring back Queens and transfuse it. And also almost lost a Mind Out Extractor. So... okay, Mana, I don't like that he's attacking here. He's actually got 30 free supply in workers. He's down to, or that were workers. He should replenish that in units before actually making something happen here. And
I reckon some carriers. I reckon some carriers, just throw them in there. At
Well,
least
I mean, he does have enough supply for 5 carriers, which is a reasonable number of carriers. But he doesn't get out on 15 zealots. Where are those? They're up at the 12 o'clock base. Looks like he may actually go in and try to pick off some tech, but oh my God. All right, Maddles, how many spores do you think are on the map right now?
I reckon there is now 30.
Exactly 30. You're cheating.
Really? Did I get it right?
How many spines?
Okay,
Quickly,
so
before
I
someone dies.
reckon 60.
46, but now there's going to be less. Broodlord's coming in to try to help defend this spine line. The Zealots not trading all too efficiently. 2 spines go down for the cost of, I believe, 9 Zealots. No, it appears it was only 6 or only 8 Zealots, but oh my, okay, those, jeez, the shields and the armor upgrade Zealots just don't take much damage from static defense anymore. Fungal goes down. They'll all die. He still has 24,000 resources. We could be here for a while, guys.
This is definitely one of these games where it will last. Okay, interesting fact. How many more minerals are remaining on the map?
All right, before we answer that, first of all, I would like to give a shout out to Xyloscient, who actually is right. Beer greater than tea, greater than coffee. I can agree with that.
See, I would put tea
Okay.
greater than beer, greater than coffee.
All right, so basically what I've done now is I have calculator open, and I'm gonna go around and calculate exactly how many minerals are left. If something happens, interrupt me, and I'll come back to the Starcraft.
Okay, I'll continue saying how pretty it is. It's a good job that like all of us in here doing a really good job of like managing to not lag out with all the cloak and things like that. That is a positive thing. Back in Wings of Liberty, before computers had advanced this level, this would have been causing mass lag anywhere. Like, credit to Blizzard for creating a game engine that is a lot more refined now, that it's able to animate this in such a sophisticated way.
Yeah?
Are you still counting?
I am, dude, I'm going around. I'm counting the exact number of minerals that are left on this map.
This
Whoa, I found a mineral patch with 570 on it.
Wow! That's like a new high score. That sounds like a fun game. That's a good high score. Okay.
Find the mineral patch sounds like a fun game. What world are you living in, Maddles?
A world with swarm hosts. A world with swarm hosts. Okay, so this is actually quite good for mana. He is slowly edging forward. But if Dark Star coming down, the Tempest is too far forward! Oh no!
Oh, really good storms going down, though. If you can get a couple more storms like that, but no. Those will regenerate after a while, and that was actually quite a big loss. Oh my god, 33k to 12,631 in the resources lost. Now that hurts.
Okay, this is getting quite big. Like, we're getting close to being 3 times more resources lost for mana. Which would be a problem if it wasn't for the fact that he still had an absolutely massive bank. Like, the bank is more than enough to...
Well, what's starting to look a little worrying for him is the gas bank.
Yeah, that is starting to get a little bit dangerous. Like, it's still comfortable. Like, he could still probably lose half of this army and get it back up again.
Yeah, probably.
I really wish there was some carriers.
Well, he could probably get the entire army back up again. Let's actually take a look at the army tab and see how much his army's worth. Okay, no, his army is currently worth The value of both of the armies right now is 10,000, 8,000 for Mana, and 13,000, 10,000 for Firecake. Looks like Mana will be able to pick off the 6th base, though. That's a little bit of a win. It'll shut down some of the income for Firecake for a while, but minerals are just so not an issue right now. I don't know if that's really worth it.
Looking at the army tab as well, we can actually say confidently that Firecake could remake everything that he currently has.
Yes.
And he's also got 103 lava, so I think he could do that in one production cycle.
Yeah.
Cool facts.
All right, I since the bottom base actually has quite a few minerals left, there's actually quite a lot of mineralage left on this map. I'm almost done, and then we'll play another guessing game. I will give
Okay, I've got a guessing game for the audience, right?
Okay, it's gonna take 3 minutes of delay for them to catch up, but okay.
That's fine. If someone tweets me with the time it takes this game will finish at, and I'm talking to the second, I will PayPal them $5 to the first person who successfully tweets it to me.
No. All right, if you can, you have to tweet at both of us.
Okay, both of us.
And what we will do is we will buy you a pizza and send it to your house.
Only the first person who tweets
Only
it.
the first person who posts the exact second that it finishes.
@Maddles91 and at MYI Penguin. And it has to be in seconds. You can't do like hour, minute, seconds.
No, it should be hour, minute, second. Otherwise, it makes it way too hard for us to calculate.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, do it in hour, minute, second.
Hour, minute, second.
Yeah. And we will, between the two of us, we will get a pizza to you. The first person who does it. That seems like a really good offer. Like, and this is going to be a proper esports promise. It's not like there's no broken promises here. It's one pizza. I think we can manage that.
I don't know, man.
It depends where you live. Like, if someone from, like, the Antarctic, like an Antarctic...
Alright, here's what we're going to do. If we cannot get you a pizza because, like, for some reason we can't order for, like, say a North American person wins and we can't order a pizza, we will PayPal you the money for a pizza of your choice.
Okay, that is good. Like,
esports promises.
What is your favorite pizza, Penguin?
My favorite pizza right now is a pizza special, which is kind of like something that only a couple of places here make. And basically it has steak on it. It's really good.
That does sound
But
good.
I also really like Hawaii.
I'm not a fan of Hawaiian pizza. See, I'm quite simple. I like just a good bit of pepperoni, some mushrooms, a bit of ham, bacon, sweet corn, everything.
Ooh, mushrooms. I don't know if I can like share buying a pizza with you, man. You might have to do it yourself.
What about the next offline event we go to? Like, we all know the staple of offline events is pizza. You have to survive on it for like 5 days.
I don't know, man. There's some places that have a McDonald's right close by. All right, Maddles. I have the number of minerals.
Changelings were dying.
They were, but I have the number of minerals left on the map, and given how long it took me to actually calculate that, I will say give or take 1,000. If you can guess correct within 1,000, I will give you a high five next time I see you.
I am going to guess there is 7,300 remaining on the map.
There are 11,075 as of when I started calculating. Probably around 10k, 9k by now.
Do you know what is actually surprising me, right? Okay. Is if we take if we do the APM tab, right?
Okay.
How is Firecake still playing at above 100 APM? Like, what is he actually doing?
Alright, we have concrete statistical proof that Firecake did not just AFK and eat a sandwich.
At least at this moment, he may have already done that. Like, I just don't know what he's using that APM for. He's literally just running his, like, Corruptors and Vipers and all that up and down. Literally, he's just...
Alright, no looking at the income tab or the units tab. How many workers total do you think are on the map right now?
Total, I'm gonna guess 23.
You're good at this. It's funny. Okay. Alright, now I do want to actually update you guys on the resources lost. A couple thousand more have been lost for Firecake, as well as 3,000 or 4,000 more for Mana. It's sitting at 13,131 for Firecake to 37,775 for Mana. And we have some more oracles on the way. He's going to continue with the revelation here, and I like that. There's one on the map already. The mothership somehow still alive, has not been abducted. What can the mothership actually do right now? It can recall, cool, and time warp, so it has the same abilities. It's just big and fat and easier to abduct.
Has more lasers as well.
Yeah, it's true. It looks cooler.
I feel we were a bit cheap with, you know, $5. I should point out I could have paid you in esports dollars, but...
No, dude, I didn't. That's why I said not $5, a pizza.
Depends on where you are. You could probably get a pizza for that, especially if they're in North America.
Oh god, so many tweets coming in! Alright, we have 1 hour, 22 minutes, 14 seconds, 1 hour, 41:53, 1 hour, 17:14, 2 people saying 1 hour, 17:14. So we have to send 2 people a pizza if it ends up being
And that was...
time.
No.
Is it the
Max
first
was
person?
slightly quicker. First person. Max was slightly quicker.
Yeah, okay, Max Schneider was slightly quicker. So, Brecco13, you are welcome to send in another tweet. Oh my god, this is so many tweets!
I should point out, we are
You're
just Twitter whoring this, so I apologize for that, but
Oh god, one of these guys is actually gonna be right.
they're gonna get a pizza. Like, I wish
Yeah.
someone would send me a pizza right
Alright
now.
guys, you get a pizza, post it on Reddit, be like, these guys are cool!
Mana, we should also give credit to Mana and Firecake though. Like, this must be exhausting.
Oh god, 8 more interactions. 3 more interactions.
I'm just not even touching it. All I know is I've had to take my phone out of my pocket because it's vibrating too much.
Mana is like, I do want to agree with you there though. Mana is still alive, which to me is very impressive because he's not overcommitting. He's doing a little bit of damage where he can do. His main problem is that the damage he's doing, he's actually losing more than he's actually getting done. Remember, he was at 25,000 minerals at one point. He's down to 17 now, which means that slowly but surely it is starting to be whittled down. I mean, I don't really know what the benefit. To be honest, if I'm thinking in Mana's shoes here, I honestly think it's worse for him to be staying in this game than to leave because he's tiring himself out and he's gonna have to play another series after this if he loses this. And I don't know if he can win this game. Like, I literally cannot think of a way he can win this game.
Bear in mind, I'm not sure if this is genuinely serious, but one of the admins just said in the Twitch chat that he's gonna give them a bit more time before he forces it to a draw. But I don't know if he can do that.
If he's serious, I don't think that's fair though, because Firecake will win this over time if Mana can continue to do damage, and the Locusts will continue to do damage. I don't really think that's completely fair, to be honest.
I also think, like, am I the only one who would love to see that after an hour-long game, like, what is it's in the Wings of Liberty campaign where the fire comes across the map?
I have no idea.
Have you not played the campaign?
I have, but I don't remember that.
There's one where, like, fire comes across the map and you have to slowly move and things like that. I reckon fire should come from the edges.
I have a better idea.
Force people.
There should, did you watch that 2v2 tournament, the fun tournament that Day 9 did last year, where, like, he as the observer had the power to, like, drop nukes and stuff?
Yes.
After 1 hour...
Trials of the Zelnaga, wasn't it?
Huh?
Trials of the Zelnaga.
Yes. After 1 hour, I feel like the casters should have the power to just, like, drop random nukes everywhere.
I just slowly forced them towards the middle. By the way, the Twitter game is still ongoing until the game ends.
Oh yeah, you can. I don't know actually. No, I feel like we should have a cap on the Twitter time. You cannot send in tweets beyond quarter 2.
What? Depending on the time.
Quarter to 9 CEST. So you have 5 more minutes as of me saying this, 2 more minutes as of you guys hearing this to send stuff in.
Okay, that's probably fair.
Oh my god, it's gonna take so long to scroll through all these tweets.
I'm gonna do it for esports. Like,
of course,
it's
you have to do it. I mean, we made a promise, and we keep our esports promises. We are Maddles and Penguin.
Is it 21:45 CEST, right?
Yeah, no. 20:45.
Okay, 20:45.
CEST?
Yeah, Central European Summertime.
CEST, Maddles, please. Oh my god, how many tweets am I getting?
This is a problem. Like, we may have started something we can't control.
On the plus side, I'm up 15 followers.
High five, Penguin.
I love you guys. All right,
We should
meanwhile,
definitely follow the players as well.
We have infested Terrans harassing the third base of Mana, being able to pick up a couple of these gateways, which means that he will be down to, he was at 18, he's now down to only 16 with one of them unpowered, so we may actually have to rebuild a couple of them, because honestly, I feel like, I'm shocked he has so few actual, gateways, to be honest.
I'm just talking to one of the admins at the moment. Hang on.
Okay, what are they saying?
They're just trying to debate if we should let this happen. I agree that theoretically, Firecake should eventually win.
Well, I think we should let this play out because now we've made a promise about how long the game will last, and then for the people who said like 2 hours, they'll feel cheated out of a pizza.
That is true.
ESL breaking our esports promises, man.
It's not us, I promise. I literally just typed to the admin. I don't really know.
I mean, on a serious note, I don't think Mana can win this, to be quite honest. Unless Firecake's entire army is, like, his air army is so out of position that he can just pull through and kill all the swarm hosts, and then somehow kill Firecake before the Remax comes out, and before the Remax after the Remax, and, like, the 17th Remax comes out.
So I got mesmerized by watching like a group of Corruptor animations move. Like, it's quite mesmerizing watching him.
So many people are just tweeting about this. Alright, actually I'm going through Twitter right now. I'm gonna try to find tweets from esports personalities who are tweeting about this that are actually like, because there's some Protoss players tweeting about this that actually may definitely know more about this situation than I do, because I never play this style. In Control says the only way that avoids this is avoiding it. He should have gone for a warp and gone for broke mid-game. I agree with that. I mean, Firecake did go for relatively early Swarm Host, which leaves him pretty vulnerable in the early game because he just isn't very mobile. And we have Daisy tweeting ... Zerg ...
Is that like Morse code?
Wilco is giving a shot for 1 hour 52. I hope he wins, because then I'll steal some of his pizza.
That is actually quite a good plan, but is that not breaking an esports promise?
Axel Toss tweets 121.10. Can't people just guess once the game ends?
Potentially, but only if the game has ended by that point.
No, I said we can only tweet until. Oh, I thought he was asking permission to do that. No. As for the actual rule, we did set a time, so by the time you guys hear me talking about this, you cannot vote times anymore. Although right now people are still sending them in because it's not quite 45 in my world, since I live 5 minutes in the I live in the future to you guys, or the past. I live in the past.
Well, to me, you live in the future.
To you, I live in the present.
Yeah, that is true. We're both at the same time. Even though, it depends whether you work on time zones though, because you're an hour ahead of me. Has this game ended in an hour?
I'm gonna go with no. Like, I mean, honestly, Mana's playing this out so well, all things considered, that he's in the last 10 or 15 minutes, he's lost 2,000 resources. Most of those were probes. We also just saw one probe get abducted 3 times into a spine crawler.
Okay, your turn, Penguin. Don't look at the structure tab.
Okay.
How many spores are there?
I'm gonna go with 46.
No, 30.
He hasn't built any more.
I know. How many spine crawlers?
43.
42.
Oh, I was gonna say 42. Crap.
You know what's significant about that?
What?
The spine crawlers are the meaning of life, the universe, and everything.
Well, the spine crawlers got killed off at a couple of spines at the 4th got killed off. I really want to see Firecake just write something in creep. Or in spines.
Yeah.
You
you remember when like TLO wrote TLO in creep tumors? That was
yes,
cool.
I do remember that.
There was during the last stream hack, Jorisar and myself were doing a community stream of that, and all the community casters during downtime played a free-for-all game, and we got so far ahead that we wrote like our names and stuff. That was quite fun.
Cool. Oh my god, I'm so
Oh,
tired
infested
right now.
Terrans! Let's zoom in.
Where?
Zoom in on them. Let's see them waddle. Look at them.
They're not
We
moving
have
though.
for the moment. Okay.
Okay, so we saw, I assume a couple more oracles gave their lives to get the revelations off. Actually, it looks like that oracle, being well micro, didn't die. It is still alive. Mana picking off the creep. Unfortunately, creep, along with changelings and locusts and broodlings, and Infested Terrans are also free units. So...
How many
man.
skeletons are on Akalon Wastes?
Sorry?
How many skeletons are on Akalon Wastes?
Now?
No, like, yeah, like, well, they don't die or move, do they? Like, they're part of the environment. How many are there?
After this game, probably several million.
No, I meant like the mammoths and stuff, or whatever they are. Like, there's a good few.
I don't know, I haven't actually... Oh wow, yeah, there's skeletons. I've
There's lots.
actually never noticed that.
Yeah, and they're all around, like...
1, 2... 3, 4... There's some hiding behind the cliffs, it's kind of hard to see the exact number. 4, 5...
The observer's actually watching stuff. Oh, look at the massacre of the creep tumors. Oh, poor Oracle died.
Oh, the Oracle dies, yeah. On the
then
plus side, though, creep tumors died, and the mothership, the actual mothership, is almost at 20 kills. Unfortunately, it's all free stuff.
That's actually a good point. There's probably a lot of kills on these units. Oh my god, there's a Colossus with 121 kills.
Okay, let's find the highest. I'm wondering if any of these units are actually gonna break the record set by that one tank.
The trouble is I can't actually click on the different...
Yeah, like 92. Void Ray with 23. Void Ray with 28. Tempest with 26. Wow, this Tempest needs to step it up. He has 3 kills. Yeah, I can't really click anything. Tanks are easier to click.
Tanks are easier to click. It's because the Void Rays are there, it makes it more difficult.
Yeah. Oh, Abduct on the Oracle does kill off another Oracle, and Mana, you know, he's down to 3,451 gas, which means he doesn't really have that much left. He's doing a great job not losing stuff all that off. Oh no, oh, that mothership is so far forward, trying to bait out Vipers.
Nice feedback.
That was sick. 3 Vipers going down. Really nicely done there. Well played.
Really nice.
Unfortunately, I don't really think that's going to make too much of a difference. 2 more in production now, 14,000 more gas in the bank.
You know, after this game, you know, sometimes when you're in a lobby as a caster and a player's like, between a game and a series, is just like, need a quick AFK or something because I want to go to the toilet or something, and you like a little bit annoyed at it, and you're just like, oh, come on, it's only one more game. Like, can't you hold it for 20 minutes or something?
I
now see why.
6 Twitter followers. We should offer pizza more often.
All those times I've offered like beta keys or things like that.
Nobody wants beta keys. They want pizza, man. This whole like, have you seen you've seen on Reddit those posts about pizza.gg? I think that's actually such a cool idea. Kudos to the guy who's doing that. Oh, 2 infested Terrans being lobbed in. Energy is being traded for freeness. Actually, the Oracle gets a very nice revelation off. You can actually see Mana microing the Oracles very carefully when he gets the revelation. He wants to get close enough to like get it off, long enough away so that he's not so much that he's kind of. I think revelations actually forces him to get in range of the abducts, but he stays just on the edge so he can just skirt away afterwards. It's actually really cool. It's really cool just to see how much intricacy Mana's putting into his control, and he's maintaining 256 APM, which is that's pretty good normally. Considering he's been playing for what feels like about 6 days, that's very impressive.
I was there, like, before this cast started, like, the entire evening was a bit like, 3 Protosses, this is going to be a bit of a short evening, that's annoying.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought that to myself. I even said that to someone. I was like, I wish, like, WCS yesterday was a little bit short, they were quite quick games, and then today I was like, all those Protoss is probably going to be quite quick games too, this is a bit of a shame. I retract that statement. I was wrong. Okay, wait.
Okay.
Wait. Okay, Mana's gas is now at 3,400.
I have a new one. I have a new one, Maddles.
Okay, yes.
All right. Guess how many creep tumors are on the map at the moment?
I don't know, and you can't see that anywhere.
Yes, you can. You can.
Oh yeah, you can. Damn, I've seen it now.
Wow,
Sorry.
what the hell?
Well, no, because I was like, can you? Can you really? It's not. It's something I've never looked at.
Me how?
I could have done that, but I was kind of in confusion. So, okay, it's 63. That is not that many, to be fair. Oh wait, actually, no, is Mana going for it? He gets abducted by a couple of things. Wait. Okay, he runs away, but the mothership gets killed.
No! That's actually going to cost 500 resources to remake. Or does it only cost 300 to upgrade it now? have no
I don't
idea
know.
who makes these units. All right, I should see if Daisy wants to come in and cast some of this.
This is just okay. The mothership core is about to get back out. On the plus side, we get to see the animation for a mothership core.
That's
becoming
true.
A mothership, which I think may be the most beautiful thing in StarCraft. Is there a more beautiful thing than a mothership core becoming a mothership?
Yes.
It's like a little caterpillar becoming a beautiful butterfly.
No. You know what? You know what's even more beautiful? 100 Mutalisks with 3/3 upgrades. Meanwhile, we have Zealots running into the natural, not really doing anything at all. It's like these Zealots, what they were just saying to themselves is, one of them was just like, guys, actually, wow.
Oh no, the Queen's gonna get the kill! Oh, one-shotted by a Queen, ow.
But, okay, so basically this Zealot, like these Zealots just, they were talking to each other and they just like looked at their watch. They're like, we've been here for 1 hour, 32 minutes. I'm just gonna go kill myself. We're gonna die anyway. So, I was gonna make a really funny joke there, but honestly, it just kind of floundered.
Do Zealots actually die though? Because you know they just like warp into nothingness? Do they actually die or do they just get like warped back at the last possible moment?
I have no idea about StarCraft lore.
Something tells me they don't die. At least that's what my brain says. I read it somewhere, but this could have just been like on Team Liquid somewhere.
Alright, we have
lots of stuff.
I would like to interrupt you. We have exciting things happening. March of the Changelings. Dun, 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 dun. Oh no, they're dying! Ah, those poor changelings never did anything to you. 12 changelings on the map. Jesus. Okay, not anymore.
Cool fact. You can use changelings to detonate widow mines,
Yes, you can.
but only if they're not seen.
Yeah.
So like you can walk them forward, but if a marine sees the changeling and the changeling then changes into a marine, the widow mine won't detonate. But if you just walk changelings, oh, a Nexus may die. A Nexus is gonna die. Okay, this is the most exciting thing to happen in like half an hour. Okay, so no focus fire is currently being utilized, but the DPS from these infested Terrans should be more than adequate to do this. Mana is not even attempting to save this Nexus. That means that he's gonna miss out on a couple of 100 potential minerals.
Dude, he's gonna miss out on Chrono Boost. Alright, no looking. How many Chrono Boosts do you think Mana has available at this moment?
I'm gonna go with 30.
The maximum is 20, but he has 19. I'm interested to see what he actually Chrono Boosted.
Okay, never mind. Also, have you noticed Mana isn't maxed out? He's just sitting here with like 187 supply. He's trying to decide what to do with that last 13 supply. Maybe he's keeping it. Maybe it's like 13 is unlucky for some. Hopefully Firecake.
Yeah, hopefully. I'm sorry. I was reading my insanity chat for a second. I'm not gonna lie. All right. The thing about these locusts that's like so sad is that it looks like he's gonna pick off tons of High Templar. He just like gets right in there and they're like right next to the Templar, and then I just remember, oh, they're actually cloaked. I forgot that the units don't usually look like that because they've looked like that for like the past hour. All right, we have Zealots in the main, picking off spines, picking off a potential hatchery. No, they are. But you know what they're doing? They're trading minerals for infestor energy.
That is a good trade.
It's better than for nothing. These Zealots did better than their previous brethren.
Oh. Slowly move forward, Manana.
Are there still Broodlords? Yeah, there's 9 Broodlords still. Where have they been the whole game? They've just been camping in the same place. Oh, man.
Is it just me or is the game actually lagging a little bit now? I feel
not
like
me.
my RAM has just been filled up with this.
No, mine's fine.
Okay, it might just be me. Or Observer being jerky. Who knows? Okay, so. There needs to be a conclusion to this somehow.
Well, there is a conclusion to this. I just think Mana doesn't want to admit what it is. I'm not gonna lie, guys. Like, I think everyone watching knows who's gonna win this game. But Mana is slowly starving. On the plus side for him, he can still afford to warp in 137 more Zealots. And he will kill a hatchery! Hatchery in the main base going down, which actually literally does nothing because the hatchery couldn't have actually spawned more larvae because it's on its maximum. Actually, really cool splitting of the Zealots to take up as much of the infestor energy as physically possible. Unfortunately, Firecake doesn't really care.
This drone, this hero drone, is actually trying to kill him. I hope the drone can do it. I really hope he can.
All right, I have a tweet from John Swenson saying they don't die, they become stalkers, he thinks.
Okay, that's pretty
cool. He did say he thinks.
He thinks. Okay.
All right, I just saw like a big blob of red on creep, and I just realized it was like 50 changelings. I'm disappointed now. All right. Firecake moving forward, trying to get an abduct off, but doesn't actually get anything off.
Okay.
We're almost at 20k viewers, guys!
This is good times. Like, I can't believe this game. This is just because everyone in StarCraft 2 is talking about this game. Like, I dread to think what Reddit's gonna be like. Like, I may just not look at Reddit. Well, that sounded like a character out of The Simpsons. Who is it? Is it, Bumble?
I don't know. I don't watch The Simpsons.
You've never watched The Simpsons?
I have watched it, but I don't watch it regularly.
Okay, like, I'm gonna set myself up for, like, flame here, or trolling from the Twitch chat, and from you as well. But I met 3 people today who have never watched Harry Potter.
Wilco sits next to me, and he's never watched Star Wars.
What?
That's even worse, man.
Yeah.
All right. A spawning pool went down. There's only one spawning pool left on the map. I mean, I honestly don't understand why so many people are watching this game, but I love you guys for it.
I know, this
is a team like, now, guys. We're a team, and we're gonna live through it together. 20k!
I feel this is like, I don't know. It's kind of like watching a marathon.
I have another. I'm gonna interrupt you quickly to say I have Space Guy 4 saying when zealots die, they're just teleported back to Ira. So we have a clash of the opinions. Somebody might be right.
Well, no, they are technically teleported back to Ira, but they then become stalkers afterwards.
Maybe.
Can I point out, Mano is doing the most incredible job of killing creep tumors, but there was 100 down on the field.
Gosu Pizza. That I shouted out Pizza GG earlier, but that was the Papa John's thing. Gosu Pizza just tweeted at me. Yeah, you're the guy who deserves a shout out. Everybody check out Gosu Pizza.
I like pizza. Okay, changelings still there. Locust getting killed. Seriously, credit to our observer as well, and production manager, Nick Baker, at NickGSC.
Yeah, man, that guy's been like actually concentrating on interesting stuff happening in this game. Like he's got to be like feeling worse than we do right now.
Yeah, he deserves a lot of credit. He does all the graphics and stuff. He does a lot of work for Challenger. He really makes it all possible. So big shout out to him. You should all give him your love and thanks. Why has nothing been spelled with creep tumors? I'm actually disappointed with this.
I'm tweeting it. All right, I'm tweeting. Never mind. No, I won't say.
Shout out to the players as well. Like, you can follow Mano. No, you can't follow Firecake on Twitter because he doesn't have Twitter, but you can.
He needs it. He's actually like. I want to actually say, this game is not the most entertaining game we've ever seen, to say the least. But these players are both actually playing really well.
They are playing exactly as they should be, at least for the last hour.
Well, as they're playing as they should be if they want to win. I don't know if the viewers would agree. This is how they should play.
I don't see. Like, I really just feel that perhaps Firecake should slowly start moving his static defense forward. Like, just ever so slowly creeping it, like, try and back.
No, because the thing is, I think that's the reason Mana keeps killing the creep.
Yeah. Why is he spreading creep? So, like, why is he... I don't know. Sorry for sighing there. I know someone left a comment that I sighed too much.
Oh, man. Well, we're trying, guys. We're trying. Mana, okay.
Oh, I'm sorry, but how are they still playing at, like...
All right. There are 3 more Voiders in production. Without looking at the units tab, how many Voiders are on the field right now?
I am going to what? After those 3 come out?
Okay, sure.
I reckon 17.
18!
I am so good at this game!
Alright, how many creep tumors are on the map right now?
Okay, I'm guessing like 113.
103.
Okay. That was 10 out, that's not too bad.
Is that like button where you see exactly how many units have of each type have died? Is that only in Gameheart?
Yeah, that's only Game Heart.
Because I really want to see how many creep tumors and locusts have died right now.
I reckon it's over 1,000 locusts.
Way more than that, because like every time they spawn, they die.
Okay, so are we counting when every time they die from spawning?
I don't know, like whatever the thing would count. I don't know if it counts that.
I don't know if it would count that. That's something we could find out right now, if we had it.
Yeah, but we don't, unfortunately.
I'm really loving the fact that the GameHeart developer is doing the weekly blog on how to develop.
Next time, alright, I'm just gonna say, next time Firecake plays a WCS match in Challenger League on Akalon Waste versus Protoss, we need to play it on GameHeart so we can like look at all those cool stats.
I keep looking at the creep tumors and thinking I'm seeing something spelt.
I want to see, you know what I want to see right now? I want to see Firecake just get really bored and abduct his own units all over the place.
That would be quite cool. Like maybe a stuntman group, like maybe make it like a row of Vipers and like abduct a single unit all the way along the row. Like in like a little merry-go-round or something. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, it'd be funny. I love how many people are actually following. I think I've gotten more followers for this pizza thing than from like all of my other WCS casts combined.
Pizza map. We should just do a weekly pizza giveaway. I mean, between the two of us, it'll probably cost us what, like maybe $10 each?
Okay. Well, yeah. Depending on where. All right. Basically, I would like to say that I have some more tweets. They become immortals, not stalkers, and a link to BattleNet. So presumably John Swenson is right. And Mikolai A or Jade4334 says stalkers are mechanized/killed Templars. Guys, honestly, we are so out of things to talk about that if you have any funny tweets or anything related to this game or Starcraft or pizza or tea or anything we've talked about ever, please tweet at us because it gives us more to talk about.
I've opened another Twitter tab where I can see how many new interactions we got from starting with the pizza game. Do you want to take a guess of how many tweets I've received since we started the pizza game?
How many?
No, you meant to guess.
Oh, of course.
Like, come on, we can't show a potential, like, 15-second filler piece. Like, just telling you.
On the plus side, though, we've just gained more filler time by you reprimanding me. So I win. Also 132.
That was miraculously good, 134.
Damn!
That either means you didn't tweet, or you didn't refresh it, or 2 more people tweeted me than you.
No, I didn't. I don't have. I've just been clicking the interactions because it gives me something to do to read the Twitters.
Okay, Wellmoo has guessed precisely 2 hours.
Wow, that's optimistic. Although, like, hypothetically, I mean, guessing exactly 2 hours has as much of a chance as any other guess at this point because we're asking them to guess down to the second.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Mana's down to almost 2k gas. I wonder if anyone said over 2 hours, because I think it will be over 2 hours. Wilco! Wilco's here! Wilco is here to make a cameo. Wilco, say hi to people.
No one can hear him.
Yo, hi guys.
That is Wilco.
Yeah, it's me.
How are you, Wilco?
I'm quite good. Okay, Penguin left the room, so I have...
I'll be back in 1 second.
Okay.
Penguin has actually had to leave. Okay, so what do you think to this game?
Wow.
Remember, you are on stream to 20,000 people.
Okay, what just happened here? It's already 1 hour and 50 minutes?
Yep, there's been nothing but Swarm Host, Broodlord, Corruptor, Viper versus Tempest,
Penguin, like...
Colossi.
Alright, I now have Western Wolf Daisy with a very important message.
Zergus.
And I'm back.
So, this is now getting on to be a very, very, very long game.
What did I miss?
Nothing. To be honest, some changelings died, some locusts died. I keep saying I'm just literally filling time with ums. This isn't too bad. On the plus side, at least it's not like they've only got 1 or 2 units left. I'm living in hope that there will be an engagement at some point.
Man, like, that would be actually... Oh my god, my voice is so dead. I feel like that would be a nice culmination.
Wait! You can get units up lost.
Ow.
Okay, you press Shift L. It works.
No, but it didn't work for me.
It worked for me.
All right, tell me.
Okay.
No,
Okay.
I'll do the guessing. I'll do the guessing.
Okay, what do you want to know? It doesn't.
Anything.
Wait, it doesn't. Wait, hang on. This is really weird. No, it must be bugged. Apparently, right? Okay, no, the locust dying, it only goes up to 100. That's a problem.
Aw.
So it's showing that only 28 locusts have died.
Oh, I see. You can use it with the custom UI, but I don't use the custom UI. So.
I use that, so, okay.
Alright, so give me something.
21 Tempests have died.
Oh my god.
139 Zealots, 11 Dark Templar, 7 Colossi, 31 Voidways.
How many mothership cores?
Only 2.
What?
Yeah. I'm quite surprised at that. 10 Broodlords, 14 Swarm Hosts, 17 Infestors, 15 Vipers, 8 Queens, 89 Lava, apparently, but I'm guessing that's rolled over into like the thousands, which is where it goes wrong. Yeah, only 20 Roaches.
Oh, we got a tweet that was a comic a while ago. Let me read that. No, but see, I can't read it out loud though because people won't find it funny because they won't be able to see it.
I like Grubby's tweet that he's going to use this game to fall asleep to in 2 hours. I think it would give you nightmares though.
Oh man, so many tweets. On Polar Night, there is a Lich King frozen in the ice. I did not know.
I did know that.
Okay, Manos, what sort of tea is your favorite? Asked by Crusp3.
My favorite tea is English breakfast tea, actually, and I like it
I
quite
like it
strong,
as well.
with a little bit of milk,
favorite.
and before midday I like it with 2 sugars. And after
I
midday,
always like it with. I like it with 2 sugars and quite a bit of milk. I also like that tea quite a bit. Favorite type of drink: alcoholic and non-alcoholic.
my favorite non-alcoholic drink is obviously tea.
No, like excluding tea, obviously. That's
Okay,
not a drink, it's a lifestyle.
Okay, excluding tea, then I'm just gonna have to go with innocent smoothie. I don't know if you have that. It's
I
like,
love innocent smoothie. I used to live in London, so.
Okay, yeah, we have like innocent smoothie. For anyone who doesn't know, is like this really good quality smoothie. It's made with like real fruit and it's good. It's nice. Also, big shout out to like Madalisk. Apparently, according to her Twitter, she just did 202 dips after doing bench press. That's pretty impressive.
That's almost as impressive as doing it while watching this game.
I hope she did do it while watching.
Wait, we have Infested Terrans killing off Extractors Mattles at the third base of Mana. The third base of Mana now has nothing left at it. Although, alright, so your favorite alcoholic beverage now?
I am... Okay, favorite alcoholic beverage is probably Krabby's cider. I quite like that.
Alright, I like cider as well. Mine is probably Copperburn.
That's nice.
Holy crap, 19 new interactions, oh dear god. Oh my god, wait a second. I wanna check. Actually, never mind. Alright, that's not entertaining. I was like gonna check how many kills the Swarm hosts have, but then I realized that Swarm hosts aren't actually killing anything. Holy crap, so many more messages to read. Okay, thanks for the
You're
shout-out.
actually going through all of them.
No, I'm trying to find, because I told people to tweet at us stuff that I can say full time. Adult narwhals mate in April or May when they are in the offshore pack ice. Interesting, by Jade4334. Thank you.
That is quite cool.
If Tasteless was casting, he'd say so. Tosis, what's your favorite Pokemon? What is your favorite Pokemon, Mattles?
My favorite Pokemon, this is really manly, is Rapidash.
Jolteon, man. Although I can appreciate a good Rapidash.
I just think it's cool in a way.
Okay, Hemingway wants to know why Zergs are making their lairs or hives in the natural. Now, there are actually...
You know that I know it, but you can do
answer this one, because basically the idea is the lair and the hive both give your actual building more health, and the reason, I believe this actually comes from Brood War. I didn't play Brood War myself or watch it, so I'm not 100% sure, but what I heard was the idea that they had in Brood War, which is I guess the same idea they have now. I personally don't do it, but what they did is they put more health on the natural, because the idea is if you lose your natural to a push anyway, you're dead as it is. So it doesn't really matter if your main, so as a result, like it just makes your main more, your natural more durable.
That is correct.
All right, Adam Griffiths. It's called 3 hours, 33 minutes, 33 seconds. Honestly, I don't think it'll go that long. I was gonna say I don't think it'll go that long because Mana's been steadily losing gas, but then I looked at the gas and he hasn't lost gas in the past 10 minutes.
That is quite interesting. Okay, just for an update on what's happening, Bling versus Tails is actually starting now. That is going to be occurring because otherwise the players are going to be playing until stupid hours of the day.
Okay, Adoc says, I kind of want Mana to spawn some sentries and start filling the map with hallucinated phoenixes.
He'd have to free up supply to do that, though.
Firecake is spelling with creep tumors. It's just in Hangul, says Memory. I think I'm pretty sure that's a joke, but I was so tired I don't even know anymore. Like most marine mammals, narwhals only have one calf at a time. At the International 4, there was a game between DK and IG the International 3. Yeah, DK and IG lasted 96 minutes. Yeah, that was the first Dota game I ever watched. I need to open the window. It's freaking hot in here.
It's really hot where I am, but I have no windows to open. I can only open like a
prison.
Well, no, I only have like these massive double doors at the edge of my apartment, and I don't really want to open those because obviously they're massive.
I'm sorry. I just love how Day 4334 is just giving me so much information about narwhals. Tempest being abducted.
Okay, that's good.
Get abducted. Some good storms going on down on the infested Terrans. Some of the Templar take damage, but none die. But a very nice trade there for Firecake, who has now kicked Mana up to almost 50k in resources lost. Mana will be forced to spend a lot of that gas bank in getting back up to max. Okay, this is actually really quite important now. The gas for Mana is getting very low. Bear in mind that he's got 1,701 Vespian gas currently in his bank, and his standing army costs him 7,900 Vespian gas. I want to interrupt you quickly, just before this tweet gets blocked out by tons of others. Does anyone have any information on the longest recorded game in StarCraft 2 history? If anybody does, please actually tweet that at me. I'm curious if we're going to break a record here.
That would be quite cool. I've just seen a really good suggestion in the Twitch chat as well, by the way.
What's that?
We should do tongue twisters.
Oh my god. So long. Alright, you start. You do one first.
Okay, you've got to give me one first.
Okay, no, you choose one first, then do it, and I'll do it after you.
Okay, I'm going to do red lorry, yellow lorry.
That's so easy. You need to do a more creative one.
Okay, a more creative one. I don't know many tongue twisters.
Neither do I anymore. I used to know a ton.
I only know red lorry, yellow lorry, red lorry. Crap! I only did one. That was terrible.
Vincent Waldman tweets, "Mana's G key is broken, and he doesn't want to rage quit, so he's waiting for Firecake to kill his buildings."
To be fair, these two speedlings are achieving quite a lot. They nearly killed an assimilator there.
We need another pizza contest, says I am Prez Steve, and I actually think he's right because.
Okay, so are we genuinely gonna do? Okay, I'm trying to think of a good pizza contest. I don't mind giving up some of my esports dollars from tonight for the viewers who are keeping this.
Yeah,
going.
I don't either, honestly. We need to think of a good one. Okay. No, that's too easy. How many resources will Okay, here's what you guys do. You tweet at Maddles91 and at MYI Penguin. How many resources by the end of the game you think each player has lost? Exactly. And if you get one of them right, you will get a pizza.
No, only the first person who gets them right.
Yeah, the first person who gets both of them right. No, not both of them. One of them right will get a pizza. And here's what we'll do. We'll actually give away 2 pizzas. One to the person who guesses Firecake and one to the person who guesses Mono.
If you get them both, you get 2 pizzas.
Yeah, actually, yeah. If you get them both, you get 2 pizzas.
And this has to be exactly to the number of resources,
exactly
as it shows on the
Yes.
resources lost tab.
Yes.
We've even got Twitch staff in here. This is brilliant.
Everyone is here. This is the cool place to be. They want pizza, man.
This game, okay, we need to give credit to Firecake, right?
No, we don't. What for, Maddles?
They are single-handedly saving esports.
Yes, they are. If this game lasted another hour, who would be the first to start crying, not including the players? I'm gonna go with Daisy.
No, I'm gonna go with you, Penguin.
No, I wouldn't be crying. I just keep refreshing my followers and smiling.
Is that how it worked out for you?
5 kills! That's actually not special. I'm clicking on all the other Tempests and they all have like that many.
So, okay, I think we're getting to the point now. Did anyone guess over 2 hours for the first pizza game?
Not before the time limit.
Ah, okay, so we should probably
That's why we need a new pizza challenge.
Okay, we should do that. Okay, so we'll keep it with this pizza challenge. How many resources we lost at the end?
Alright. What is your number one non-FE game of all time?
My number one non-Starcraft game of all time.
Yes.
Does it have to be recent?
No. All time, dude. That's what all time means.
Okay, yeah. Obviously. It's gotta be SimCity 2000.
Okay.
Probably very closely followed by, dare I say it, Vanilla World.
Okay, we have abducts coming down on a couple of these units. Looks like none of them die yet. More abducts going down. Good storms. 2 Tempests and a Void Ray end up dying. Alright, what did you say? SimCity 2000?
Or Vanilla World of Warcraft.
Okay. I would say either Burning Crusade World of Warcraft, right after it came out, but more likely Final Fantasy X.
Final Fantasy X is a very good game. A ridiculously good game.
I like how he's using links to harass, but doesn't have adrenal glands. At the 2 hour, 7-minute mark. Alright, 22 units cracked. Let's see what else we have to talk about.
If I ever start an esports, a StarCraft 2 tournament, I'm going to implement a rule that if a game goes on for longer than 2 hours, every minute after, both players have to take a shot of vodka.
Yes! I was gonna say that you can just, there's like a buy win button where it's 10k mins, 10k gas, and you can just buy the win. But then Goody would win every game.
Yeah, just all the missile turrets, all the siege cannons. Bro.
Alright, we have Mizzy Bzor. Do you think this game will change the rules, adding to a maximum time a game is allowed to take? I don't think it will, because this doesn't happen very often. And I think this is the first time this has happened that it's been this long. But I do think if this happens 1 or 2 more times, it might.
Apparently, banging your head against the wall burns 150 calories per hour.
You should try it.
That's from Aaron.
Chon231 says you guys are saving this game. Great cast. You deserve a raise. Thank you, Chon231.
It'd be alright if we got a raise. Like, we just give people more pizza. Shit,
Yeah.
my mouse has actually died. I need to... Okay, I replugged it and it's working again now. That's good. Not that I do anything, I just follow our observer. It's awesome.
Out of all, okay, Tempo asks, out of all the units that have died this game, which one specifically was your least favorite? And I have to say, because I'm a Zerg player and I think drones are cute and cuddly, Steve the Stalker. That guy was a mass killer. Killed 18 innocent lives. Snuffed them out of existence.
To be fair, I kind of feel like Steve the Stalker was a hero. And he may have been a zealot before that, depending on how things are
Or
going.
Templar before that.
A Templar. What? No. What? Oh, the Mothership Core!
What?
The Mothership Core! Yeah!
No! Okay, it's still, okay, and wow, it just evaporated.
Mothership cores with the new physics die so
Mothership.
incredibly. Mothership, yes, a mothership.
It's kind of weird to not put core at the end, isn't it?
It's so weird. I can't do it anymore.
Can we get a casting for some of Daisy and Wilco? Daisy, I had to really convince him to come through and say a couple words. I don't think so. Wilco might come in, but I don't think so. It might screw up the call, to be honest. Just because Skype is really bad.
That's true. I don't know. That's a good point. I don't know if this is saving esports. I don't want to know what killing it looks like.
Oh my god.
That's a bit pessimistic. Like, I'm a glass half full person, and I'm being glass half full when my teacup is empty. If I can do it, you can too.
Can you tell us how much larva is available? Yes, we can. Let me check quickly. It is 81 at the moment.
I have got so many tweets. I'm like having to refresh.
34 ones. This is going to be people tweeting the amount of lost things.
Wait, apparently the longest game ever, someone has said, was
1 hour 40. Oh.
No. Apparently it was 2 hours and 12 minutes.
Oh, I have 1 hour 40.
UGP Sassin. 2 hours 12 minutes. Someone tweeted at me.
2 hours 12 minutes is the longest one we've found, and we're at 2:12 ourselves. I think we just broke a record.
I think we're getting pretty close.
Such a long game without a Terran who thought it's even possible from Jazz Jutsu. Vega Squadron tweets, finish this.
Firecake, even your team is telling you.
Huh?
Did you say Vega Squadron said?
Yeah, they tweeted at me that.
Okay, so even Firecake, even your team is saying go and end this. But I don't think he can. That's the problem.
Yeah, he can. Like, that army from Mana, Firecake cannot engage with his army. He has to just keep picking it apart. Meanwhile, Mana down to 701 gas. 3 hours and 2 seconds is what somebody is saying it ends at. That will not win you a pizza, unfortunately, as the time limit for that challenge is a long time ago. But we have Firecake losing 15k overall and Mana losing 54k overall. Is that what that guy says? We're not... Okay.
This
you guys...
is
Wait. We're not allowed to check the resources lost until 4 minutes from now, 1 minute from you guys. At 21:25 CEST, you are no longer allowed to vote on the amount of resources lost, because it's not fair if we could, like, if we start updating you guys on that and still let people call in or write in.
We'll have to make another pizza challenge then, and then we're potentially giving away 4 pizzas.
Did you know Splat... Oh, wait, what did you say about 4 pizzas?
Like, if we did another pizza challenge after that, that'd be 4 pizzas we were giving away.
Yeah, I think 2's enough, honestly.
I do think... Well, potentially 3.
Oh, something got abducted!
And something died. This is a cool fact, by the way. All of Millennium versus Copenhagen Wolves has been, like the clan war, has been played in the time it's taken for this series.
Alright, I have a fact from Splatastic. Did you know that lobsters can live forever if they are not killed by other creatures or a disease?
Can they really?
I don't know.
I know that the starfish, like, this is genuinely fact. Like, I saw a documentary on it and everything. There's a starfish that ages backwards and, like, reverts to, like, a younger state, backwards and forwards, so does genuinely never die, and it's a huge area of research because it could lead to, obviously, eternal youth.
I would like to say that I have the best use of a meme of all time. Mouse Control Optimist tweets at me, the amount of resources lost by both players will be over 9,000.
That should be a meme.
It is, dude. Over 9,000? Are you kidding me? Forget the pro games. The longest game was 2 hours and 39 on ladder by Comrade Jerzinski versus some Zerg. That's what Jerzinski just sent to me. Damn.
I can't
No. If we're talking non-pro games, my friend Bad Fat Panda was in a 4-hour game once where he had Ravens, and the other guy had creep tumors, and that was before a patch where creep tumors still counted as structures. So the guy kept killing his own creep tumors, so that the draw timer kept starting over.
Whoa, hang on. This is actually a really important thing, Penguin.
Yes.
Everyone, look at the screen and look at the game time. This is a massive bug. The game time clock is not wide enough in this custom overlay to display the time this game has gone on for correctly. That's pretty important.
It's fine on mine, man. What's wrong with your game?
No. Look on the stream.
Oh, but I need... Let me see. Whoa! That's
Yeah.
They don't even know what hour it is. Oh my god, I have 5,500 Twitter things. Holy crap.
I have, since we started the first pizza competition, I've had 251 tweets. I guess this is what it feels like to be Total Biscuit.
The guy, okay, Shootmania Zek S tweeted, the resources lost one is way too hard. I honestly think it's easier than the exact second that the game will end at. PH Boombox reminds me that he guessed 2 hours 37:52, so he will still get that third pizza if he's right.
2 hours, how long?
37 minutes 52. I had to double check if he did it before the deadline, but I think he probably did. Will this game bring in new rules on bathroom breaks? I think there are, like, the current rules for bathroom breaks are that after 3 games in a series, you can take a bathroom break. So, for instance, Stardust versus Happy was a best of 3, but they had to play a 4th game because of a tie. Stardust was able to go to the bathroom after the 3rd game. I think they would have an exception for a 2-hour-long game.
I think they'd have to.
Okay. Oh, this is so cool. We got a tongue twister. It's she sent siege tanks shelling Belshir Shore.
What? Where? I need to find this.
Alright, she sent siege tanks shelling Belshir Shore. She sent siege tanks shelling Belshir Shore. She sent siege tanks shelling Belshir Shore. She sent siege tanks shelling Belshir Shore.
Okay. She sent sheets. Oh god, I'm
wow. Shit happens. Oh, sorry.
She sent siege tanks shelling Belshir Shore. She sent siege tanks shelling Belshir Shore. She sent siege tanks shelling Belshir Shore.
It's not so bad.
It's not too hard.
Alright, okay, Ask Joshi has tweeted that the longest pro games he could find were 127 in IPL and 132 in GSL. So I think we definitely have broken a record. Meanwhile, Infested Terrans killing a Nexus. That means less Chrono Boost. available for Mana. And actually, Mana needs to rebuild a couple pylons with that money, because he's now down to only 184 maximum supply.
I wonder which unit on the map has been stationary for the longest amount of time.
Oh man! All right.
Like not including buildings, obviously.
It's now past 25 past, so we can once again start updating people on resources lost. 52,550 for Mana, 19,281 for Firecake at the moment, which means some people are already wrong.
I'm kind of concerned that no one is going to win a pizza though, because I don't think anyone's going to guess it.
I really
Which makes
want.
me sad.
Ideally, I want one person to win a pizza instead of two, because then we can prove that we weren't lying. And people will love us.
I know. Okay, I'm going to do one last pizza one that should be quite easy for someone to win, because I want people to get a pizza, right? Because I believe I'm the only one who can see the unit's lost tab. I will screenshot it to prove it. Someone has to tell me correctly. The first person to tweet me and Penguin, obviously at Maddles91 at MYI Penguin, how many infestors will die by the end of this game, will get a pizza. That should be quite an easy one.
Comparatively, yes.
Comparatively, that should be quite an easy one. And then someone should get a pizza.
Oh man, I just saw the best tweet. Mecha TV tweets, "What does a train with allergies say?"
Achoo, achoo.
Yes.
So glad I got that joke.
Oh, that was funny. How heavy is a polar bear? Heavy and okay. How heavy is a polar bear?
I don't know.
Heavy enough to break the ice.
But
That was from
What?
Idan Scott. If you guys, okay, Mr. Baneblade asks if you guys could go anywhere in the world, where and why?
right now, I would
Yes.
go. Would it be wrong to say the computer the man is playing at and just pull the plug?
Wow, that's actually that's rude.
I am only joking.
What if you
I
think they win?
I am actually only joking. I really think Matt's playing this so well.
I want to go to Korea, and I really want to go to Korea and just stay there for like a few months and just play on the Korea server, meet all kinds of cool people, and be able to watch GSL and stuff.
I'd really like to go to Dubai, just to see like all the architecture there. I know that's wow. I sound so cool right now.
All right, Kalius44 says, I hope you guys are being paid by the hour. Unfortunately, we're not. And so I would hope that all of you will turn off your ad block during the next commercial break and watch a ton of ads.
That's no, they can genuinely.
Oh, there's
they
a
can
tip jar, isn't there?
Jar. It is GameSocial.tv/tip jar. Someone type that in the Twitch chat. You can actually donate if you think that this is worthy of a donation.
Please, please. I'm missing out on valuable Hearthstone time. All right, 34 more things. Tommy says, you don't know how frustrating you guys are. It took me 1 hour to find your Twitter. We do keep announcing our Twitter, man. It's at MYI Penguin and at Maddles91.
Also, you can type
Take-
!C in the Twitch chat, and then it will come up. Like one
I
of the.
have to say, though, that guy's awesome. He spent an hour trying to find our Twitter. That is dedication, man.
That
What
is
is the current APM? We have to check this every now and then. Mana's still sitting pretty at 255. Firecake still sitting at about 153, although Mana's
That's gone up.
Huh?
Firecake's APM has actually increased. About 20 minutes ago, it was at
I think
149.
Mana's slowly dying. He was sitting, like, his current APM, actually now it's up to 300, but it was sitting at around 150 for a while.
This is pretty impressive, actually. Like, I got 2 Zerglings, 2 Speedlings have made it into the main base. There is a Zealot there, though. The Zealot will win.
I love how that's the exciting moment.
If Mana realizes, yes, Mana has realized, the Zealot is coming. The Zerglings, Speedlings running away. This could go on for a while. Speedlings can indefinitely get away from a Zealot. The the cannon. Cannon nearly did it. Here he goes. Okay, the Speedlings have escaped with their life. They will heal up now over time. Some more Locusts are dying. It's getting pretty close now.
Yip says, actually, first of all, shout out to Yip. I like that guy. Maybe a game would go a tiny bit faster if Firecake moves with creep forwards and moves his buildings forward. And I say yes, but I think that's why Mana's playing this game so well. He keeps denying the creep expansion. That's why his army is so far out in the middle of nowhere, because he keeps denying the creep, and he just keeps playing so well that way.
This has apparently, like, definitely beaten the longest competitive game, according to Ask Joshi.
Yeah, I'm going to believe him because it sounds cool to be part of history. And the best part is we've almost outnumbered it by an hour.
Hasselhoff versus Tutu was 1 hour 27 in IPL. And Hero versus Björn, it was 1:32 in the GSL. So we're well clear of the longest competitive game.
Yeah. I mean, there may be some longer games from, like, early rounds of tournaments, like DreamHacks and stuff, or, like, online cups, but we're not going to check through every Zotac. I'm sorry. We probably have time, but... Alright, we have... There's so many tweets coming in, I'm trying to find the entertaining ones. Until 1913, children in America could legally be sent by parcel post.
I really wish we could... Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, nice abductor. Tempest gets taken down.
Right. And Mana needs... How does Mana not say to himself, I've got 10k minerals. Let me build 3 pylons so I can get 200 supply.
Mana does only have 701 gas.
But he can at least make... But pylons don't cost gas metals. I don't know if you know this. The army's actually not in a very good position here. But the infestors can't really close the distance, so it's not really a big deal. Alright.
There's been a lot of guesses how many infestors will go down.
I have another tongue twister. Protoss Pro players propose propagating pylons perpetually forward.
What?
Let me try.
I can't remember that. Can you type that to me in Skype?
It's on Twitter. Alright, wait.
I can't see it on Twitter.
Protoss Pro players propose propagating pylons perpetually forward. Protoss Pro players propose perpetually... Let me try again. Protoss Pro players propose propagating pylons perpetually forward. Protoss Pro players propose propagating pylons perpetually forward. Protoss Pro players propose propagating pylons perpetually forward. I'll now copy paste it to you in Skype so you can try. We should be like offered jobs at BlizzCon for this.
By the way, I've just had a genuinely really good suggestion on Skype.
What's that?
From now on, we should try and cast the game as if it was as if this was like still an action-packed game. So everything that happens in the other caster's style.
One sec.
So basically, I have to try and cast it like you, and you have to try and cast it like me.
Oh my god. So can I just make a bunch of analysis that's wrong?
What a bird. If I was going to cast as you, I'd just be like, so I don't know if you know this, Maddles, but actually, as a Zerg player, you would do this. What was your brilliant line from earlier? I forgot to call you out on it. Oh yeah, it was in the game of Firecake versus... No, it wasn't Firecake, it was Mana versus... I can't even remember now. Mana versus Tails. Remember the second Oracle? You're like... When the second Oracle came in, you're like... Ah, that's the other Oracle! This is definitely a different one to the one that died.
Yeah.
That was like the quote of the century. Seriously.
Oh man.
Only the actual Twitch.tv account tweeted about this game.
Oh, I feel bad about Karen K, who I'm 99% sure is Bling's mother, is sad because she's missing Bling's game to watch a game that is going nowhere. I feel bad now.
I do actually have the result of that, but oh, actually, can I see it? Hang on. Yes, Blink 2-0 Tails, by the way.
Blink 2-0 Tails.
Yes.
Oh god, this is the winner match! Oh, I forgot this is the winner match. We still have to cast after this. Oh no! Oh man, alright.
Did 2-0 Tails, that means the winner of this goes on to play Blink.
This reminds me of a tennis game. Wimbledon, I believe it was 2 or 3 years ago, when Isner played against, John Isner played against Nicolas Mahut, and they had to, it went 9.5 hours. And they were just...
accent changing when you said the second guy's name?
I say accent, I'm like, that happens when I pronounce names, but basically, they both wanted to win so hard, they gave it everything for 9.5 hours. And then John Aizner proceeded to promptly lose his next match 6-0, 6-0, 6-0 because he was so tired.
I can see why, to be honest.
Update. The spawning pool and a bunch of spine crawlers have envision on them. They have been envisioned.
At least he knows where that static defense is.
If that spawning pool finds a way to... If it learns to unburrow from its mentors, the spines, he will know if it moves.
To be fair, I think the Zerg player should win this by now. Purely because in this amount of time, I'm pretty sure that the Zerg on Akelon Waste would have evolved a way to defeat this Protoss army.
No, I want to say something, though. Like, I honestly don't understand why Mana's not making more pylons and replacing this supply. Like, if he's not doing it because he's given up, why is he still in the game? Alright, does Firecake have burrow? I can confirm Firecake has every single upgrade except adrenal glands, chitinous plating, and Overlord drops.
And I think Mana actually has every upgrade.
No,
he doesn't have
speed.
Yeah.
Alright, more tweets. Blue Eye, XX Blue Eyes XX tweets, free pizza to the first person to GG this torture. They are just playing so long to set a record. I think they can GG by now then. Grey Wolf says, I'm putting off walking my dog for this. I went downstairs and he pooped in the house. I will refer to his poop as Firecakes. What?
That is just weird. That's just slightly scary.
It looks like if you look at an intensive StarCraft 2 game for 8 hours, you burn 125 calories.
I really want something to be spelled in creep tumors. Oh, these zealots, look at them go. They're gonna die a hideous death. The spine crawler's poking them. Are they actually gonna make it through? They're going. They are going for it. They've evaded the wall of spine crawlers. The locusts are frantically scurrying after them. A drone.
Oh my god, I have the best idea. Alright, for 1 minute, you have to navigate this as if it was a novel. Navigate? Narrate.
Navigate it as if it's not
Narrate it as if it is a novel.
If I'm gonna navigate it as a novel, which I really think I should try and do, I need to know whether it's a book or a Kindle, because that will really change how I approach navigating it.
Alright, so you do it for a minute and I'll do it for a minute, starting at 15 seconds past 2:37.
Okay, I'm preparing myself. I've got 4 more seconds. Wait for it. The Protoss army, cloaked under the protective shield of the Mothership Core, considers the approach of the Changeling Force.
First person present? Really? Not first person, third person present. Still.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You told me to narrate it.
Yeah, go ahead.
The Mothership Core, perilously following around the Skytoss army, questioning all theories of logic of how units flying at precisely the same height can all manage to stack on top of each other. They consult, consider, try to come up with a conundrum of how to defeat the Zerg swarm on the other side of the map. Meanwhile, Firecake.
Time's up.
Okay,
Alright. Now I'm going to do it for a minute, and then people have to tweet who they think did a better job. At MLI Penguin and at Battles91. Huh?
I was just doing the Twitter tags at the same time as you.
Alright. I'll start at 45 seconds past.
Okay, at
Battles91. Wait. Nick, our observer. I need you to look. I need you to look by the spire at the overlords on the left-hand side, and I will start in 10 seconds.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
The overlords communed in their annual meeting of overlordiness. They were Joseph, John, Steve, and together. They had been consulted, asked to come up with a way to defeat this seemingly unbeatable Protoss force. I actually had a place I was going to go with this, but I actually just don't remember anymore. They met the Spire. The Spire, a majestic sign of Zerg technology in the right direction. Many broodlords, many corruptors had come from its infinitely wise placement and stuff. Words! And then the overlords pooped creep and were one. I just said random words, and I honestly think I might have done just as well as you, because yours was horrible.
I genuinely had to mute my mic because I laughed at the 4th Overlord name. It caught me off.
Alright, I think. Alright, we have a bunch of investor guesses. And
Oh wait, there's a forge dying! There's a forge dying! Oh, damn it, Mana is gonna continue not being able to upgrade past 333.
I have 83 new tweets. I'm literally reading all of these. Trying to find the best ones. I'll scroll through these ones faster.
I'm saving them for like hour 3 to 4 of this game. Like they're gonna be my amusement there if I save them.
Hour 3 or 4? 3 is soon, man. Alright, investors. Question to debate. Can you send locusts through a nidus swarm? I believe the answer is no. Actually, I imagine the answer is yes.
I kind of want to ask, like, because I am a referee of this game. I really wish I could just ask Firecake to test this.
Nyan Overlord asks, do you like K-pop? Yes.
Some K-pop, yeah. Cast this game as if it's the most exciting game ever. I'm actually starting to really enjoy this game, though. Like,
I'm not. Starting to enjoy the fact that people are enjoying our cast of this game.
I know.
Alright, we have a tweet from Tempo again. If one of the players disconnects, type many that will wait for the resume from replay.
I was just thinking that, like, we will have to resume from replay. Oh dear God. That's actually really true. From Mavida, do you guys have a pillow and blanket for the night?
Not yet, but I can go get.
I think we should. Like that's fine. We'll take it in turns.
Really
There's
comfy
something
chair, man. I think I could sleep in this chair.
I like my chair. My chair's really important. Well, we've actually apparently got a ton of donations from people.
Really?
I just refreshed it, and it was
enough to justify us buying people a pizza.
Yeah, someone donated £60 apparently. Anonymous.
Pizza challenge. We order pizza, and if the pizza gets home before the end of the game, we get it for free. That's from Las Dagas del Rey.
And everyone, if you did miss it, imagine, like, just be aware that Bling did 2-0 tails, so the winner of this plays Bling after this game is over. If it ever ends.
Yeah, the loser.
Oh, the loser, sorry, yes.
The winner advances. How much would it suck to win this game? Be like, yes! Of your Firecake. Yes, I won!
Penguin, I've got an important announcement. Overlord drop is about to finish.
No way! Okay, 2 more upgrades left for Firecake. Who will complete all the upgrades first? I would say Firecake, because Mana actually needs his gas.
Yeah, I reckon Firecake will.
If Mana had not gotten the useless upgrades like Anion Pulse Crystals and Graviton Catapults, he could have 300 more gas. And why is he not building pylons?
I don't know why he's not making pylons.
People have run marathons in less time than this, tweeted by Gowerly. Yes.
People have.
What's a vampire's favorite fruit? This is by Decla O'Neill.
I don't know.
A nectarine.
Do you ever think you're going crazy? Like, you know when you actually just get so exhausted that you just find anything funny? Like, your 4th Overlord actually made me, like, double over increase. I had to mute my mic because I was laughing so hard.
Oh my god, alright. Welcome to the record books, fellas. Thank you for AJW. Dignitas Dream says, I jailbreak the Chinese internet wall. They buy me a pizza, and you guys, and miss you guys in England so much. 3 a.m. China time. Shout out Dignitas Dream.
Dignitas Dream is the most amazing.
He's actually a cool guy. I like him a lot.
He's so cool. Guy. I went out for Thai food with him at I-49.
Jelly.
It was really good. Jorasar, Dream and I went out. It was the first time I've ever had Thai food.
By me, I was at I-49.
You were busy practicing to try and win.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that was that night, wasn't it?
Yeah, we did offer. We were like, do you want to come out? And you were like, no, I need to practice. You were like proper...
A ton of infested Terrans going down in the main, and honestly, at this point, I'm starting to think that Firecake will actually kill all of Mana's buildings. More gateways going down, which means that the supply blocked Mana is gonna lose... He's losing pylons. He needs to build more pylons, man. Oh! Big engagement coming down at the top side of the map. No, it's not a big engagement. It's actually just Mana moving on creep once again. Does he actually not have any observers? A lot of energy going down for 3 there, so that actually is a positive trade for... Oh no, actually energy was spent on the storm, so it wasn't that great.
Just to remind everyone, my Twitter game for pizza is still ongoing. It goes to the end because I want to make sure someone gets a pizza. Tweet me and Penguin at Maddles91 and at MYI Penguin with your prediction of how many infestors will have been killed by the end of this game. The first person to correctly tweet that number will get a pizza. From me and Penguin.
Yes.
Someone gets a pizza.
I'd
I'd like to end this spam in the chat, by the way. You are doing well.
Holy, whoa, 28,000 viewers. I just checked back for the first time in an hour. I've literally had my second screen on only Twitter. Okay, Symmetric SC says that he invests that 37 investors will have died by the end. 2 will have survived of PTSD, and 1 will wish he died. I hope that investors are not dying to this game.
I agree with this, that we really need Morgan Freeman to start casting this
Oh my
game.
god.
That would be amazing.
What? Okay, Ivonner tweets, what's black, white, black, white, black, white, black, and white?
A zebra crossing?
A penguin rolling down a hill.
See, I can't think of penguins now. Like, my mind doesn't imagine, like, the animal. It just imagines you.
My sister actually, like, she's gotten to the point where she just spells penguin with a W. Even though she doesn't call me penguin, don't worry, it's not that weird. But,
That'd be
oh
pretty...
my god. My voice is, I'm surprised that my voice is holding up.
It's because we've started speaking slower. If nothing else, this has massively helped our synergy as a casting duo. Tomorrow
Oh
night,
yes. Team building!
just so everyone's aware.
Yes, Rifkin tweets.
It's tomorrow night as well.
Alright, so I'm sure that at least several hundred people in the chat will appreciate this tweet. Rifkin tweets at me, he needs adrenal glands to get 20% cooler.
I think he also needs to make an alternate scavenger.
Yeah, he needs kindness plating.
Okay, this is an important observation by Chris Lodge. Those overlords generating creep. Where is the mass of that creep coming from? Oh, engagement! Engagement! The Void Rays are going! They're actually moving forward. They're getting a good trade. They're killing quite a few corruptors. But unfortunately, they get abducted into the spore coolers and corruptors and more die.
Overall, not a bad trade. The problem is that Mana can't remake things because he's not making pylons! 26 Lings on the way. This is going to be nice to go kill buildings, and I think Mana may actually find himself dead to Ling run-bys. Also, I would like to read a couple of tweets. Wow, first time I've done that.
This
if
is
I were
just
Mana, I would just tweet the game end time and then for the pizza contest and then leave it that time.
At least he gets a pizza.
Oh my god.
Everyone's freaking out because currently on stream, the infested Terrans are destroying some units, and it's the same time the man is pushing forward, and then nothing happens.
Yeah. Oh man.
They think it's over, but it's not. So,
Husky Starcraft suggests both players quit out and resume replay with insane AI playing against each other to decide the winner.
I wonder what insane AI would do here.
Jonas Fu says, suddenly blue screen rematch, please.
If we have to, I refuse to come
Gallet-
back into this game if...
Gallet Minister says, they don't have much time, EU maintenance is tonight.
Wait, hang on. Hashtag pizza game seems to be going on. Hashtag pizza game should become a thing on Twitter.
Yes, make it trend, guys!
I'm sorry, we do have nearly 29,000 people watching this. If you get hashtag pizza game trending on Twitter, that would be amazing. I think if you all went and tweeted that immediately, it would work.
Okay, Higher Guitarist says Revelation should be called Envision and vice versa. I agree, I have always agreed. Thank you.
By the way, the current record for WCS Challenger League concurrent viewers is 30,000. If we beat that, I would be very happy.
If we beat that, I will also be very happy. And
I don't earn enough casting to, despite what people think, to give everyone pizza for that. I can't afford 30,000 pizzas.
Shout out to Maddles and MYI Penguin on Twitter. Thank you guys. Thank you, Chon231, for posting that. Hearts.
Dignitas Stress thinks he deserves pizza because he once cast a 70-minute game of League of Legends. There are so many things wrong with what he just tweeted me, I almost want to
Wait, what? Who? What?
Oh, you don't know who Dignitas Stress is? He's a League of Legends caster. He's really cool. I used to like him before he rubbed in the fact that, you know, he cast League of Legends and also he was moaning about a 70-minute game.
Mr. Baneblade asks, if you could buff one unit, what would it be? I'm going to go with Fearless, because I make them in every single matchup all the time.
He seriously does. I would buff the Mothership.
Oh,
Just
Lettuce for Sale says, can you cast the next 5 minutes by rapping? No, not 5 minutes, but I think we should both do a 30-second segment, starting in 15 seconds and starting with you.
I really can't do this. I will do this so badly.
I will try. It's going to be horrible. Tempo is watching, and he's going to be embarrassed by how bad I am at this.
Tempo is going to make a song about how bad...
Oh my god, he should. Okay, okay, you cast for a minute. I'm going to think about rhymes.
Okay,
I'm going to write him down, and I'm going to rap him.
That sounds awesome. So
I need a notepad.
I want everyone to just give Penguin some scores out of 10 afterwards in the Twitch chat and also on Twitter. And I do appreciate that we are shamelessly plugging our Twitter accounts, which are of course @Maddles91 and @MYIPenguin. But after just getting up to 3 hours of this game, there really is little else we have to talk about. By little else, I mean pretty much nothing. We need outside information. This is kind of... I've just realized this must be what it was like, Penguin, for people before the internet existed, when there was, like, just nothing to do. If you lived in the countryside with no internet, this is what life was like. You just sit here and just be like, well, nothing's happening.
I'm trying to think of rhymes.
What rhymes with Fathership?
Fathership, clearly.
Mothership.
Why is that so funny?
I don't even know. The Mothership came over and he was like, yo, bruh, the ship, what you doing? So, I'm really bad at rapping. I could never rap.
Trying, like...
I'm building up a lot of anticipation for this.
It's not gonna be good.
Hashtag pizza game has to become a thing. Seriously. Tweet hashtag pizza game. I want this to happen.
Yes, do that.
Seriously, people are still guessing infestors. This is really good.
Alright, I have 4 lines. It's not a half-a-minute rap, but here's what I came up with.
Just skip really slowly, it could be.
Are you ready?
Hang on, infestors are killing stuff. Infestors are
Okay,
killing stuff.
commentate that while I compose myself.
Okay, so we see.
No, I'm gonna write 4 more lines.
Wait.
Right.
Okay, nothing is actually gonna die. Those infested Karens, oh, they killed the cybernetics core.
No!
That's only cybernetics core as well. That means man and can make any more stalkers, any more sentries,
or any more air upgrades. Wait, he has them all.
He has them all, and he also has no stalkers or sentries anyway. So that was completely insignificant. Okay, I want to hear your rap.
No, I'm writing 4 more lines.
Okay, do I need to like beatbox for you as well?
No, it's fine.
That's good. I'm really bad at beatbox.
Oh, Mana has no probes, so he has no pylons. That explains it. Thank you, Observer.
Thank you.
Here.
Of course, that is Nick Baker at Nick GSC or GCS, GSC. Which one is it? GSC at Nick GSC. He is. I don't know what it stands for, but you should all go follow him because he's been observing, and I genuinely think that he has a harder job than we do right now. Because he has to follow everything that's happening. Although, having said that, if he doesn't want to do anything fancy, he could still be eating something while just observing with one hand.
1 sec. I need to find out a rhyme, and then I'll have... I'm doing 6 lines, not 8.
6 lines? That's pretty good.
I had 4. I felt like I needed something in the middle.
Oh my god, we've beaten 30,000 viewers concurrent!
Yeah!
Ugh. How high can we go? Seriously.
How high can we go?
I like your musical renditions, Penguin.
Thank you.
You do them quite often to us on Skype after the cast usually ends.
What?
Don't you remember? That was it last week or the week before? You gave us a musical rendition of something.
1 sec. I'm really trying to...
You're really putting a lot of hard work into this.
I have.
I wonder if Starcraft Reddit, there's a thread about this yet.
There is. Many.
Many threads. End this is a Reddit thread. Oh my goodness. End this is a Reddit thread. That needs upvoting. I wonder if the end this tag will work on Twitter. I don't even know. I'm gonna try.
Alright, I have my 6 lines. Are you ready? Okay,
Yep.
no, I'm gonna do it as a poem, not as a rap.
Ah, that's cheating. You should rap.
Okay, I'll do it as a rap if you beatbox for me.
I don't know the beat you want though.
Time, please. I need it in 4/4 time. Just freaking do a beat with something. Engagement! We can't do this right now. There's actually locusts and infested terrorists. But, alright, we'll do it after this engagement, guys, I promise. I don't think this is going to be game ending, because I honestly don't think Mana's going to really push too far. But he is using a lot of energy up from Firecake. A lot more energy being expended here from our Zerg player. A couple of good bucks going down. The Void Rays, though, are not actually dying, doing some pretty good damage here. Mana pushing forward, trying to do everything that he can to break through this finally. But Firecake is doing a very good job trading against this. Looks like Mana is forced to pull on back. There may just be too many Corruptors now. He may have enough to finish this game. The Mothership goes down. This looks like it might be the end, Mattles.
Is it coming to the infested terrorists are coming down? Mass corruption on all of the Tempest. Things are dying. Firecake, he's pushing into it. Mana, he extended just a bit too far. The Corruptor count is still up at 15, but it's getting one-shotted every time those Tempests turn, but they are
on the way, Mattles. A Muto Remax.
A Muto Remax, so many coming out. This is definitely a win now for Firecake. He's gonna do it. He's gonna 2-0 the series.
Whoa, really?
Yeah, it is.
Alright, well, Mana plummeting in supply, guys. This game is finally going to come to an end, but I will still do my rap after this. Don't worry. Or my rap with Mattles beatboxing. Mana can't be happy. Congratulations! Firecake advances on, winning the group 2-0, 2-0, 3 hours, 3 minutes, and I think 54 seconds.
Wait,
So
I'm gonna...
this game in StarCraft 2 history has come to